Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes you just have to act like you are drunk, like you are crazy. Confuse your enemies, confuse them. Since I was born, but now I am getting youth. Hope you guys are doing great as I am here in Canada. My name is Dupsy. I'm speaking to you from Canada this morning. So we are here to discuss life issues. So the first story is about 70% of women in prison in Nigeria are there because they killed their partners. So we're just going to relax and hear one man do the readout before we start the discussion this morning. One man, can you just help us with the readout?
All right, thank you, Dupsy. So Dupsy, this actually struck me when I saw it. 70%.
Oh, I don't think woman is there.
Can you hear me?
So we can go ahead.
Can you hear
it's
me?
just hello, woman.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
All right, brilliant.
Can you help us with the readout? Yeah.
Yes, no, I was just saying that this actually struck me when we first came across it. 70% of Nigerian or of women in Nigerian prison are actually there because they killed their partners. So they're not there for drug trafficking, for shoplifting, for the myriad of other crimes that is possible. 70% there because they killed their partners. So let's have a look. It says 70% of female inmates in Kirikiri women's prison are there for murder. 70% of female inmates in Kirikiri women's prison are there for murder/manslaughter over their boyfriend or husband cheating. Nigerian man claims. So here it is. It says, visit the Kirikiri female prison in Lagos, built to accommodate 500 to 600 inmates, but there have been over 1,000 there. 70% of that number are there for murder/manslaughter over boyfriend/husband cheating. 20% are there for armed robbery and accomplices. The remaining 10% are there for other crimes. So that is the criminal statistics of the Nigerian female in prison, Dupsy. 70% for manslaughter, murder against boyfriend/husband cheating, 20 armed robbery, and the remaining 10% are just minor little crimes.
Okay. So, woman, I don't know. Is this person like doing a research on this, or he was just there for something else? Because I'm not sure of the statistics. I doubt it. I'm not sure. I'm not saying it's not happening. It's happening, of course. It's happening everywhere, not only in Nigeria. A lot of people kill their spouses after a while. Do you understand? So, women, okay. If that is correct, that means there's something wrong. Sincerely, there's something wrong. 70%. are there for killing their spouses. I don't get it. Over what? I think it's just because of the
there is
culture.
Dupsy, there's some
Yeah.
science behind it.
Mm.
Let's read a bit more
Mhm.
just to get a clearer picture. It says
Okay.
a social media influencer, Cross, has said that 70% of inmates in Kirikiri Women's Prison, Lagos, are there for murder or manslaughter over boyfriend or husband cheating on them. Visit
Mm.
the female Kirikiri prison in Lagos, built to accommodate 500 to 600 inmates, but have over 1,000 there. 70% of that number are there for murder slash manslaughter over husband slash boyfriend cheating. 20% are there for armed robbery and accomplices. The remaining 10% are other crimes. He said on Wednesday, after a Nigerian lady mistakenly killed a friend during a fight. I actually saw the clip of that. So it's
Mm.
too graphic. Did you see it as well? It was
No, I didn't
viral.
see that. Yeah, I didn't see that.
All
Yeah.
right.
Mm.
Reacting to the post, the founder of Ray of Hope Prison Outreach said
Mm.
two young women were recently sent to life imprisonment for killing their boyfriends. I was in court the day they sentenced two 19 to 21-year-olds to life imprisonment for killing their boyfriends. 80% of the ladies I spoke to are charged with homicide. Ladies, we need to work on our anger. If you can't handle your man's shenanigans, kindly leave, she wrote. So this is actually based on, those church outreaches that goes into
Yeah.
these prisons to try and, do whatever churchy thing they do. That is where that data is coming from. It's quite
Okay.
shocking, actually.
Yeah.
70% just from cheating. So unbelievable.
Yeah, one man, I would say for those the woman, or is it a man that talked about the 19-year-old and 21-year-old that was sentenced. Those ones, I can say that is drug induced psychosis. Most of these youngsters nowadays, they take drugs with their boyfriends, especially when they want to have these other room activities. So most of them that kill their boyfriends are not normal. I can say that categorically about these youngsters, the Gen Zs. So that's one thing I know about them. So when they're high on something, probably an argument, was brought up between both of them, and, they started fighting. So one can kill another because one of them is, too high to be able to handle such an argument. So I know that about the Gen Zs. But the people that have been married for a while, they are killing their spouses. That's another thing that bothers me. Because if you're a mature person going to a relationship, it's not a do or die affair. And I think our culture and our religion has a lot to do with this, woman. When people will start tagging you if you're divorced, that you don't want to be divorced to a man that is not even making you happy. What is the big deal? Why are you getting married to somebody that is not even making you happy? Or the guy with his shenanigans, just as it is written in the article, that if somebody is doing, wants to go around with a lot of women, and you can't stand that, why can't you just remain single until such a time that you get somebody that can, that you can accommodate? Must you go with a man that wants to go around? Nobody can control anybody. If a man thinks he wants to be sleeping around, please let him be. Don't get married to such a man,
You,
because
you,
it will still continue to philander around. So
you,
people
you,
should get it. I'm listening, one man.
something you said earlier struck me,
Yeah,
Dupsy.
yeah,
I've noticed this as a phenomenon as well.
yeah.
All these new generation sort of people, they cannot seem to have sex without some sort of
Yeah,
substance inducement, and
yeah,
it's usually weed. They
yeah,
need to be
yeah,
able to be. They have that need to be
yeah,
somewhat a little bit high before
yeah,
they are able to.
yeah.
I'm not sure if it's something you are picking up as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of cry on that, woman. If you watch what's happening in the Nigerian space, there's a lot of that. All these substance like cocaine, all those things are not bad in itself if you're taking the pill. One, because most of these rich men in this world, they take it the pill, but people can't afford the pill. So they take the adulterated ones. So that's why when people take crystal meth is bad on it in itself. Meanwhile, people are taking the adulterated ones. So that's what they call in Kruma in the eastern part of Nigeria. So when they take it, they just feel like killing maybe their parents, their brother, their sister. So that's the effect on their brain immediately. They feel like same blood immediately.
You mean, Lucy, are
Yeah.
you saying that the female is also take such things before they have
Both.
sex, or you are talking about the
Both,
men?
my brother. Both of them. Both. The Gen Zs. That's a known one now. Simba. So there's a lot of awareness on that already in Nigeria. Because these things happens every day amongst these youngsters. Do you understand? So most of them is not only with
Okay.
women. They take,
Okay. Listen, are you
countless
aware
substances.
that there was this study or survey done by Durex, also in
Okay.
Nigeria now, that shows that Nigerian women
Yeah.
has the highest infidelity rate in the world, about 62%, followed by Thailand 59%. So what can you say about that? Because I could see that you are turning the tide to men, blaming the men alone. So what is also responsible for
Simba,
62% rate?
attack me. I don't have time for that. We are here for serious discussion. How did I say that just now?
It's not
Me
about
like
it's not about attack.
how
It's
how
not
did we
what
have
you are
not
the topic
mentioned?
that you are discussing.
Yeah, we are talking
The
about why
the topic
women
that you
are
are
killing their
discussing is
partners.
about
Yeah.
say yes. So because if you and you mentioned in your earlier discussion that because men sleeps around, so that's why I'm mentioning this also. What about 62%?
Simba,
They
I
said the
want some
Nigerians.
intelligent arguments. I don't want somebody to. Okay, let me
What so
continue
this
to
one is
talk.
not intelligent. Where did you get? Is a statistic? Is a something done? Is Durex that did it? Condom, the manufacturer of condom. So
Yeah, okay,
it's
that
not
women
something
sleep
that I
around.
manufacture.
That women sleep around, right?
They
Is
said
that why they are
Nigerian women
killing their
has
boyfriends?
highest infidelity rate
Is
in
that
the
why they are
world.
killing their boyfriends, bro? Is that why they're killing their
It could
boyfriends?
also lead
Because
to
they
a
sleep
fight.
around?
That one could also lead to a fight. So it's not only
Okay.
men that instigate fights. That's what I'm saying.
You think because somebody is philandering
You don't
around,
get it.
that should lead to killing your spouse? So we are talking why the brain is affected for you to think that the next thing is for you to kill somebody. We are talking about killing. Oh, sorry, deleting. Don't let me be saying that. YouTube doesn't like that word.
Okay.
When you delete somebody, when you delete
Lucy, let's
somebody,
look at it this way.
okay,
Hello.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
Hello.
Go ahead, Simba. We
Okay.
can hear
So
you.
during the time of our mothers, that the level of tolerance that they have, because the society make them to tolerate a lot of things, and even men also, then there are also disciplinary actions. Even as we say that our society is skewed towards men, if you beat your wife, there is a measure of discipline that the society, even they can even beat you for your wife. If you beat your wife, same beating your wife. So that's certain, even if you don't take proper care of your wife, you can be disciplined even in the community. But we have lost all these things. So this westernization and then this kind of or how will I put it now? I mean, feminism and all these things that we are practicing now is encouraging all this kind of hostility, all this kind of harm in the society also.
All right, Dupsy, let's bring Ola into the conversation, who also joins us. So Ola, the statistics are quite alarming. 70% of females in Nigerian prison are there because of homicide slash murder against cheating partners. Ola, let's hear from you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, one more. Thank you, Maester. You see, thank you, bro. Sabi, see, look, the problem with that, the Nigerian relationship is all based on lie. You understand me? The guy is lying, the boy is lying. It's not a real genuine kind of relationship. It's have to do with materialistics. And sometimes we understand some of these our guys are big time cheaters. Some of these our guys also are big time cheaters also. That might irritate the girl also. So you have to understand pollution depend also where these couples are staying. Pollution sometimes are problem also that pollute this girl's brain. Just imagine a girl that have been blowing fire for a very long time, smoking the cell out of that akara joint or somewhere she's cooking from or anywhere. Can also be a factor. We have to take a lot of things into factor, but most of these things also sometimes some of these guys are naturally high with something they have been drinking for a very long time or taking something with this guy for very long. If you have to check it, some of these guys that are committing this crime, neither they smoke these high things that made them high, Igbo, or they've been drinking alcohol also with these guys for a very long time. So their level of tolerance, their cognitive cannot even handle a little noise. You'll be surprised what actually is going on in Nigeria. Most guys are already getting frustrated out of poverty. You understand? Out of poverty that they cannot meet up. Maybe this guy is not to their standard, or he's not even on their level, but they're just managing the guy. Then the guy again come and be cheating. The whole thing will just blow the whole thing up. So it's a combination of of things. Nigeria slowly is losing the culture of tolerance in relationship, girlfriend and boyfriend.
Ola, are you suggesting that Nigerian women are some of the most frustrated women out there just for reasons of the economic circumstances?
Big time. Just majority of them is due to that economical problem. They are frustrated. You have to understand, Nigerians have naturally hot temper. You understand me? And this modern generation of girls have taken over some certain things, and they're not like their mothers anymore. I'm talking women, mothers of about say 55, 60. They're not like that anymore. Who can bear things, tolerate things. They are like men also now. They are like aggressive as men. So economical problem, pollution problem. Sometimes some of these guys are high. With these guys on the
Dopsy,
Yeah,
are you there?
yeah, I'm here. I think maybe he dropped.
No, I'm here. I don't know if you
Oh,
hear me.
okay.
I said intolerance is one of them. This new generation, they're also taking this ganja of a thing. And if you take these boys, these some of these boys, they're the only one taking. No, female also joining to take these things. So you see a girl walking like a man, like she's on top of the world, walking anyhow, you know, yanning, shaking guys' hand anyhow. No female approach anymore. Everything just like, my man, how you doing? Is already high. So different things are involved in this kind of problem, except the government have to do something about it. See, population is also over. Nigeria is too much population. Let somebody else come in.
So sorry, Simba, your connection is very poor. Your connection is very.
I don't know why I can't unmute.
Oh, okay. Do you want to bring Rosie into the conversation?
Yeah, woman, I don't know why
No.
I should to unmute myself whenever I want to. It's not.
No, you should be able to. You are the host.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Okay. Can you hear me?
It's not. It's not letting me unmute myself whenever I want to. Okay, Princess Rosie, can you come in, please? You're welcome, my sister. How are you this morning?
I'm good. Good morning or good afternoon or good evening, wherever you're hearing from. Please, can somebody else come in for just give me 5 minutes?
Okay, that's fine. Okay, how about King
Okay,
Emeka?
can I say this, Dixie?
Wait, Simba, can we hear from King Emeka, please? King Emeka, are you there? Probably not. Okay, Simba, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Another reason why that adds to this problem is the loss of our moral values. You know, now everybody is on their own. All the training that we're supposed to be that children are getting from their parents now, because parents now, as the other panelists mentioned, they don't get the kind of training they're supposed to get. You know, by the age of 6 months, 1 year, we are sending children to school. There is no time for us to instill moral values. The parent doesn't have time for them to teach them moral values. So everybody is just is the society that is actually, you know, nobody knows how they train the children. It's the teachers only. They get to school very early, they come back home very late. The parents are also very tired after the day work. So there's no moral value. So I think, and no discipline as far as I'm concerned also. So if you look at all these factors, coupled with, you know, we cannot just put everything in the bucket of drugs only. Because sir, if you do certain things, you know, the way we get married in the olden, people get married in the olden days, is that you know the parents of the people that you are married to, you know the family that you are married to, you know the values in that family. If they are very violent in their family, you will not marry them. But these days, you know, you marry across races, you marry across tribes, you marry across so many things. People don't care about all those little things again now. So because if you look at it holistically, in the olden days, you know the two families, they will know themselves, whether they are friends or they are in the same community. So there is this fear. Even if there's any problem, they will be able to settle it among them. But if you are in Calabar, you marry somebody in Ibadan, all those things, it's very difficult to actually, you know, monitor the, I mean, to actually monitor the marriage and do, I mean, that fear, because if your family knows my family, it is still fears, you know, so that certain things you will not be able to do. But if you, a Calabar man is marrying a one casino lady, there is no bond. It's just like this so-called thing that we call love. You understand? To
Okay,
me,
thank you,
it's
Simba.
also part of the problem.
Yeah, thanks. So what I want to say again is about married women, especially matured women that get married. If you know that you are not compatible with the person that you want to get married to, and you think you're getting older, don't be pressurized because of the society or because of the kind of religion you belong to. Then you want to go with a man that you think that is not good enough for you. Please do not do it. So those are the kinds of things that happens when you
Can I
think the man is going around, or
can I
you
come in?
think you've labored.
Can I come
Somebody
in?
talking.
Yeah, Jamaica. Good
Okay.
morning.
Good
All right.
morning.
I saw this on Twitter, and I think it's quite a popular influencer. And what I've listened to some other views and opinion on the platform. I think it's fair, but I don't agree. What you call this kind of crimes are crimes of passion, right? These are not deliberate or premeditated crimes. These are
Some are
crimes that
premeditated, brother. Some are premeditated.
many
Some
of
are
it. So,
premeditated. Don't say that.
me-
Some are
well,
premeditated. Yeah,
well,
they are.
if they
You
say
can't just say that.
70%, if
I'm
they
talking
say
about married women now. So some are
yeah,
premeditated.
you
Yeah.
I'm not discounting that, right? But if they say 700, I mean 1,000 or 70%, that is for 1,000, that's 700 women in the prison in Crickery. That's just one prison, right? I don't know if it's because there's a medium and the major one. So I think Crickery has two prisons in Apapa. So it shows that 700 women are there for murdering their partners, and that's it.
Emeka, your voice is a bit low.
Okay. Can you hear me better now? Is it okay now?
Go
I think
ahead.
it's I think it's the bug, right? I think
Go
it's that
ahead.
bug. So it means 700 women in the prisons in probably let's take, because I think the sample size was Lagos. So 700 women killed their partners, whether it's their boyfriend or their husbands. And for me, what I'm looking at, yes, you say some may be premeditated. Yes, they've planned it over a period of time. Uh, uh, Probably, I don't know, I saw that tweet, so it didn't say premeditated, right? But my angle to this is that it's a crime of passion. If it was premeditated, she would have planned her escape route. Why do I say this? Is women are not predisposed to crime. It is widely heard. The feminine gender are not that predisposed to crime. Usually, the majority of the crime being perpetrated in the world are being done by men, right? Because of their aggressive nature, that testosterone hormone, either whether it's premeditated or either if it's actually as a result of circumstances or designed, or you want a determined outcome. Crimes are more predisposed or being perpetrated by men, according to statistics. And then for women, they are not premeditated. They are caused by actual passion, and you will see that when you investigate such crime, they are very gruesome. So it follows that pattern. That is why this crime is as a result to murder rates for men and for women, right? Being in prison because you've murdered someone automatically. That's something that is really that bad. And why are we are not looking at outcomes? I don't think drug is related to it. No,
Drug is
emotions.
very related to it. Go and read
No,
all the
I do not.
articles
I do
about
not
it.
agree. I do not
Especially for the
agree.
youngsters,
The the
drug is
the
very
the
related,
the
brother.
the,
It's
the,
not
the,
easy to kill somebody. It's not
the
easy.
law.
So
That's why I
drug
said.
is very
That's why I
related
said.
to this.
That's why I said it's not premeditated
It is
because it.
premeditated for the. Are you listening? It's premeditated for most of the married women. It is. When you have an abusive husband that comes home to beat you every day, it is likely. It's likely for
Okay,
that woman to premeditate it.
my question
It
to
is
you now is,
likely.
my question to you is not premeditated. When I mean premeditated, you have been planning it for a very long period
Yes,
of time.
yes.
And when
I
it's
know, I know, I know,
premeditated,
I know the
listen, can
word
I
you're talking
before
about.
you go on, can I land the point? That means you have planned it, you have planned the weapon, you have planned the outcome,
Don't
you have
explain
planned your
premeditation
action.
to me. I understand
That is
exactly what it
premeditated. If you
means.
that is
I understand
premeditated, and
exactly what it means,
let
brother.
me can I land the point? That is premeditated. You've planned your action, you've planned the outcome, you've planned your weapon, and you plan the date that this incident is going to occur. It's not an argument where you are arguing with your husband or your partner and you take a bottle and you break on his head and he falls down and die. That's not premeditated. That's either maybe you are
I'm
either
telling
defending
you,
yourself.
most
Can I
of the
can I speak, please?
abused
Wait,
women.
hold on.
You
Can I
didn't
just
let me land
and
before you came in yourself. So
abused
if I want
women
to
are
talk over
usually
you, I can.
wait,
You
let me
didn't
just
let me
finish.
land before you came in yourself.
I'll give you the
So if you
opportunity to
don't want to
interject.
listen, that's okay.
Okay, let me listen to you then. Go ahead.
Most of the abused women that their husband beats most of the time, they premeditate it. They
Now let
must
me
have
tell you some
planned it.
statistics.
They have the plans
Women who are
to
abused
kill
are
that man
usually timid.
someday.
No, you
So
are
that
wrong.
is what I'm
Women,
telling
no,
you
you are
here.
wrong. Women who are abused are usually timid. They are victims. They are helpless. They actually do not know
Somebody
what
that
to
is
do.
timid is going to be
Listen,
bold one day, remember? It's
no,
human
no,
body.
hold on. The statistics do not match
She's
your
got
comment.
blood inside
But
her
the
veins as
statistics,
well.
that's why I said it is not premeditated, because the statistics do not match your comments. The fact, go online, you can Google it.
Please, can we listen to somebody else?
Are
Emeka,
in
please. That's
abusive
okay.
way, hold on, you might not like, you see what you're trying to do, you are getting riled up over this, you are getting emotional, because women who are victims are not, they don't do that. Women who are aggressive are the ones who perpetrate this crime, and that's what the previous individual was saying. It is the aggressive women that are doing this, and it is not drug related. It is emotionally driven.
Very drug
It is
related.
passion, madam.
It
I
is
will
for the
send the stats to you.
youngsters.
And what
It
I
is
actually
drug
wanted,
related for the
and what
youngsters.
I actually
For the
what
married women, it is
what I
premeditated for
actually
most
wanted to
of
hit
them.
on, which I will take you up on abuse. Women are the one who abuse their husband the most. The stats are there. Go online and check. And I will also take you up on when you are saying men who cheat. That's where I wanted to go to. That our parents are actually failing us. We are westernizing ourselves. We are taking the beliefs and cultures of other people and indoctrinating ourselves into their own culture and tradition. And I will tell you for the stars, this is research that I've done. It is online. Take your computer now and Google it. One woman is not enough for one man. Our testosterone is 4 times or if not more higher than what is available for an average man, and even for an average woman. A woman cannot satisfy one man. So that is why in the old days it is been like, okay, we need more women around. And in all mamas, check and investigate all mamas. It is only the Western men that are being told that you must stick to one woman. Go for the lion, elephant, monkey, gorilla, chimpanzee, monkeys. All of them are, you see women around just one man. So that we are trying to fall into this deceit. It is a deceit, and then it is being point and
Women
tempt.
just around me. Women just around one man. When did that happen? Nobody sent me that
Don't
memo.
mind them. Let men be saying what they're not
No,
supposed
no,
to
madam,
say
I am,
online. If you know you are
quantifying
polygamous in nature,
I am,
brother, then go for it. Why are you
I am,
deceiving your woman that
I
you want
am.
to be with her alone?
Hold on,
Who
don't
is
get
forcing
emotional.
you?
Hold on, this is not an emotional discussion. If you want to be a host, don't get emotional over this. This is fact. Go on
Then
your
if you
system
want to
and
come and
Google
be
it.
one of the people that
I
wants
am
to come and
telling you,
talk here, let some other
I am.
people talk, brother. Let
All right,
some other
go ahead.
people talk. Enough
Let
of
other
that.
people talk.
You can't
All
be
right, go
shutting me
ahead.
down. So what I want to say is that you don't have to pretend over it. If you want to be a polygamous man.
Doopsie. Let me hold you for a moment.
Let me hold you.
We have a very big guest in our midst. We have Coco Mama joining us. I'm not sure if you know who she is. Let me show you who she is. She's one of the biggest names on social media in this sort of space we are discussing. Let me show you her platform just so you know. She has, I think she has about 200,000 followers now. So there she is right there. You can see it, 193,000 thereabouts. So she joins us. So tickled by this topic. So Coco Mama,
So
good
Coco
to see you
Mama,
here.
good to see you here.
We're hearing ourselves back.
We're hearing ourselves back. Coco,
yes, I can hear you.
Can you mute the YouTube?
Can you mute the YouTube?
Can you mute the YouTube and stay on the screen there?
Are you there?
Are you there?
Yes.
We're still hearing ourselves back.
We're still hearing ourselves back.
Yes, I can hear you.
It be like saying that two devices.
Two devices again.
Really? No.
Yeah,
just
we
one.
hear this in
we
the
hear
echo.
this in the echo.
Oh.
All right now.
All right now.
To the topic.
The topic.
Let me mute you and then.
Let me mute you and then.
They are saying 70% of females in Nigeria are in Kirikiri. 70% of females in Kirikiri prison. They are there because they pay their husband or partner because of cheating. So does this surprise you, Coco Mama?
Mama.
No, surprise me because too many things they happen for Nigeria these days. Some maybe not boyfriend, why some that husband. For the boyfriend matter, in fact, it they related with their husband and wife also. Now because of cheating. Say this cheating of a thing, men automatically they feel say they be King Solomon. They can cheat, they can do anything, but the woman could just, day one place based on our African culture, But these days, women they take them lightly. If you cheat, he said that they go do you something or divorce or one before you know the thing go can lead to domestic violence, the man go the beat. See what happened to Osinachi. Osinachi suffered domestic violence countless times. In fact, now waiting end her life be that. So women should be made them start to they talk, because the more they talk, they go get help, and go lead to where they go maybe kill their husband or delete their boyfriend. So And society too, Nigerian lawmakers too need to work on this, because it happen continuously like that, and they don't do anything about it. So that's the reason why, if now man deleting wife, they not go take them serious the way if now women delete their husbands. I know they justify anything here. Oh, it's no good to take any person life, either man or woman. But if na woman do am, e dey more, they go take am, like get right to do am, but your husband get right to do anything. Not until they know say cheating no good. You cheat on your woman, e no good. Man cheat on your wife, e no good. But men, they fit cheat, they go tell you say you no get right to cough. Man go marry as many women as he wants, cheat join am. You as a wife, if you talk, you are a gunner. In fact, the whole society, everybody go press you down. You cannot speak. So we also get feelings. This thing are feelings they talk about. Now blood dey your body as man, now blood dey my body as woman. So waiting good for Mr. A supposed to good for Mrs. B. No be say na woman you be, get right to do wetin man they do. Yes, get right to do wetin they do, but no be everything. After all, they say wetin man go do, woman go do am more better. We can also cheat more better.
I'm muting you because we're getting echo back from you. At the point where Emeka they make, just because, and I don't say Emeka again, no, Emeka, where are you? The point that Emeka was making, cocolistic, is that a man is built to be polygamous.
But they still get responsible men. If they get one girlfriend, they know they get two. If they get one wife, all those men may they talk this kind of thing. Now those men may they believe say they be Solomon in making. You can get many wives and many girlfriends, nothing will happen. Women they take and lightly again, something will happen. No, Oga. Now the woman they cook your food for you. Now not be many women go follow you, they fight, follow you, they before now know that they police station have been a prison. They go just hand you silently. What do you go gain? Say your woman hand your life or cut your bola because you go to cheat, say because you feel say you be king, or your papa marry 7 wives, you go marry 7 wives. Your papa gets like 10 acres of land. You get one. You get one land. Your papa train you for school. You don't train your pikin children. Your children finish for school. Maybe now woman be the next thing. Go they follow up and down. You can't feel say the woman as your wife go just keep quiet or you no go react. I don't support women make they hand men life, but men too may they take them easy because you they torture the woman feelings. Like I said, Osnachi for example, see the way the woman just come be like saying that Jesus Christ may come die for women for waiting now. If you the way they treat your woman, they treat your sisters like that, you go like them. It don't make sense. Okay, see the way they, if now for this part of the world, for Igbo country, they go, even if they won't give the woman made it for prison, they go check what the man do her, check the way she feel. Because now feelings so they talk about here, not be just put woman for prison because he do one thing. Some kind of time they don't know what she don't know when she do what she do. When she go down the emotional down, like torture, the feelings don't, she not go even know when she take such actions. So men should work on themselves. Because now wait till you give, now they give back. Because women made their husband they cheat or their husband just did normal. You know, go just wake up one morning they cause problem, or wake up one morning they break bottle, or they Now wait till you the
Mama,
man do.
can I ask you this question?
Yes, please.
Okay, because I thought this discussion was supposed to look at it holistically.
Okay.
Sorry, it's very bad. Move around a bit.
I'm ready to come in now.
Hello. Is it okay like this?
Lucy, I'm ready to come in now.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. Talk.
Where are you now? Yeah.
Okay. It's because you are turning it. If a man kill a woman, you say the man is violent. A woman kill a man, now it's also the man that is violent against the woman that killed the man. So it's to me, I don't know why people just turning everything upside down. You understand? Okay, you mentioned Osinachi, the husband wrote. Hello.
So,
Yeah.
hold on, everybody. Hold on,
So,
everybody.
woman,
Yeah, carry on,
can
Tim.
I complete my point before the interjection? I have it right here in front of me, right? I don't, I don't come here to talk based on emotion. This is a triggering topic. I understand. What I would say now, if you go and Google right now, testosterone in men versus female, what you are going to get is male 300 to 1,000 nanograms per deciliter, or 10 to 35 nanomoles, not even close to a nanogram, nanomoles per liter for female. All right. Now the 300 nanograms, right? That are for men who do not even have enough testosterone, and those men are closer to behave like women. You'll see it in their voices. You'll see it, they do not have enough hair. You'll see it in even in their structure. Those are the ones that you say, oh, this is an effeminate man. This is a man who behaves like a woman, right? Now, for the men who have higher testosterone, you begin to see it in their behavior, in their body structure, in the hair, you see lots of hairs on them. You hear it from their voice. Can I hold on? You hear it from their voice, right? Hello, am I talking?
You need to mute the. Someone
You
has to
hear it from
mute.
the
I think someone is
you
mic is
you hear
open.
it you hear it in their voice, their baritone voice, how strong it is. You see their aggressive nature, how aggressive they are. Now, if you are not fully aware, you can look at what are the testosterone, what is responsible, or the characteristics of that hormone. It determines our sex type, right? It determines our aggression, and also that predisponence to be competitive is driven by the testosterone hormone in us, as well as our sexual aggression. It is responsible for for a lot of things. That, in short, that hormone distinguishes us from women. You said the more you have it, the more you're aggressive. It's not like the more you want to go about it, because we have laws now. The more you
Okay.
want to have more
Let's
women. So now when we talk, madam, please stop
let's
cutting me. I am still
I'm
talking.
not cutting you. That's enough. Let's hear from Princess Rose.
Madam, stop cutting me. I'm not done yet. You don't do that. You can tell me, okay, give me a time frame, and I would say, okay, let me round up. Don't
1
cut me
minute more
short. That's
then.
you being no. I just
1
started
minute
talking, and
more.
you are cutting me. You are being rude. You are being emotional. You need to control yourself if you want to host
I
a
will
show.
remove you if you don't stop this. I will remove you from this live. If you don't
Woman,
stop this,
woman,
I will remove you.
Can you give out some tutorials, please?
I will remove you if you don't stop this attack.
Calm down now. If you are
I'm
also
coming down, Mike, but this guy is too aggressive. Mike, I'm
Madam,
coming down.
madam,
He's too
Wait,
aggressive.
wait.
woman, woman, give us some tutorials. Give us some tutorials. Let her go learn how to.
The only rule is people cannot use foul language or curse,
You have
but people should
insulted
be
my
allowed
mother.
to, even if you
No, it's been
disagree
too
with.
aggressive,
No,
Mike.
it's
It's
not.
been
But
But
it's
you
too
not
insulted my
insulting
mother.
anybody now. It's
You
not
insulted.
using
too
any foul
aggressive.
language.
See the way he's talking rudely. Mike,
Nisuru,
you should
but
know.
you use Nisuru. If you disagree with people's view, it's fine, but still allow them to express it. Now we are here to rub mine. It's not everybody that that their view will be accurate or whatever. If you feel his position is not what you agree with, it doesn't matter. You still allow him to express it. But we are saying is you don't agree with his position, but you are being more like trying to. You are the one really, to be honest, to be fair, being hard on him than. And you're forcing him to respond back,
I'm
So
not forcing no, Mike. I've been calm now. Mike, my
Uh,
sorrow pain.
what I see here, you keep on shouting at him over what he's saying.
I'm not shouting, Mike. It's the one that his voice is too strong. Mike, my sorrow pain now. I'm not
So you don't
shouting
want.
on
So
you.
are you okay? If you want to make a rule that we shouldn't talk with strong voice, then make the rule. But there's no rule that exists that say we can't talk with strong voice. You can't say it's because he's talking with strong voice. Now you have to. If you say you don't want us to come here and talk soft, then tell us. Then we can understand that. Okay, you have your rule on your platform that say guys don't talk aggressive, and then we get it. But there's no rule. You don't have a rule that say don't talk aggressive. So now you can now say
Okay,
we
let's
are
be more polite with each other then.
okay. Just make your rule like guys don't talk loud or don't speak aggressively. Then we know that okay, it's Dups's rule that you can't. I got a call. I came in. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Can I contribute now? Hello? Hello, is it sure me or
Hello,
can I
can you
contribute?
guys hear me? Yeah, sorry, I had a call that came in. So I understand, Lucy, like, hey, you're talking to men. The way we talk, we're not like women where we're trying to think of what we are saying that it may offend somebody or something like that. That's not the way we are by nature. So if we are communicating and you feel like maybe the direction we are talking or something or the way we talk, we raise our voice, just there are nice ways to go about it. But it looks like you're just trying to shut him down, and I don't think that's the way to go about it. Just yeah.
Hello, can I come
But,
in
but,
now?
but Dipsy, sorry. Everybody cannot have hold the same opinion with you. You are the host. And if you want people to participate, you must be ready to listen to their opinion also.
Not, not helping the situation now. Let's try to, bring the situation under control. If you keep blaming one person, are you helping the situation or you are trying to solve the problem or add to the problem?
No, I don't think it's a matter of blaming. I mean, if it's two guests that are going back and forth, it's a different story. But the host is who I have to talk to now because she's the one in control. I mean, what do you want me
Okay.
to do? Start going after Emeka is the host. I'm a host. I mean, I mean, sorry, Emeka is the guest. I'm a guest, so I can't be telling another guest what to do or not to do now. I can only talk to the host. I mean,
Okay.
she's the one hosting, so I can only address the host like, hey, you are the one in control. So this is the way. This is what you need to understand. Yeah.
Yeah, to
Basically, it's
me,
not like I'm trying to settle fight between two people now.
okay. Okay, to me, I don't know where Emeka got his own research. What he's talking about testosterone, testosterone, testosterone. This is a hormone. For the fact that you have testosterone on board does not mean you become aggressive and you start, misbehaving as a man. Those men that don't have enough testosterone that are behaving like women is not normal. It's an abnormality because God has created a woman to be a woman and a man to be a man. But sometimes when a woman has too many, there is a degree of testosterone that should be in a woman and an amount that should be in a man. When it's too much in a woman becomes, you'll be seeing a lot of the male characteristics, like she'll be developing beards. Is anyone hearing me?
Yeah,
Hello?
we're hearing, we're hearing. Yeah.
Yeah, she will be having beards, she will have muscles in her arms, she will have like biceps, and she will become kind of muscular. Then, if it's a man, if there is too much, if there is too little testosterone in him, you see him developing breasts, having feminine shape, But sometimes it's just like an abnormality. And then when we talk about women being in the many women, 70% of women in prison is because they deleted their partner. Is that a situation in Nigeria or these statistics? Is it worldwide or just in Nigeria? Mike,
You said
I
the
said the
last.
statistics, is it worldwide or just in Nigeria?
I think Nigeria is what they're saying.
What is it just you and I that's in the platform now because I'm not hearing any other person.
Sure. Hey, Simba, I'm saying Simba. Are you there? Is everyone here? Maybe they are not.
I'm here, I'm still around.
Okay, to
Okay, I guess they
me,
are hearing.
if it's in the Nigerian situation, I would attribute it mostly to poverty, because, like Simba said, these days many families are not able to stay home to raise their children the right way. The woman early in the morning, she's out going to the market to sell, or running after things to make, to contribute to the family. The kids are just left unattended to. And then when they grow up not well raised, they are messing around. Eventually, they get married to one man, and then the man is not able to give them enough funds, and then they see the man running around other women. Then she might get upset and decide to delete him. You'll find this, like I said, among the poor people, because these very wealthy men, I mean, their women know they cheat, but as long as the man is maintaining her, giving her what she wants, she has enough money. I don't think she wants to delete the man. She will want the man to be alive so she can get as much as she can. In that situation, it's like she wants to grab as much as she can from the man, because she knows she's not the only one on board. There are other people that she's going to be grabbing as much as she can, because that means the man is wealthy, the man has enough. So instead of the man to spend more out, she want to grab more for herself. So this deleting of a business, of women deleting their spouses or their partner, I think most often is among the poor people.
Lucy, my Princess Rosie, that is not
Yes,
true. It's not
I
true.
mean,
What you just said is not true.
what I have seen, though, most of these very well-to-do
Eh,
men, they have
eh, the most of the one that you see in Nigeria, I'm very sorry to say, you see it more among the affluent. And then if you are linking it to poverty, let me ask you, Rosie, is it only in Nigeria that we have poverty? There are some other African countries that are poorer than Nigeria. So why is it so alarming? Our own case so different. What we can say, Nigerian women are more combative more than an average African woman. If people will not agree with us, but that is what is happening.
it's more among the poor. How many affluent people has this thing happened to? Because these wealthy men, they have mistresses everywhere. They maintain their mistresses. The wife at home, sometimes she
Why
knows.
is it not happening in other African countries? It's only Nigeria that is poor.
How do you know it's not happening in other African nations? How do you know? Have you done your
Um,
research?
uh, but from you will not believe what I'm saying. But well, generally, but the way we are skewing this discussion towards blaming, so there is no fault of women in this case. Is that what you are saying, Mrs. Rosie?
No, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the women are wrong. For any woman
But
to feel like
I have not seen any all the women on this platform today. I have not mentioned one single fault from a woman.
no, a woman, if you think you cannot stay, if you think your man is running around, you can't meet up, just live peacefully. You don't want to take anybody's lives because you are not happy. No, you move on with your life. I mean, you live in the man. That's not the end of your life. I mean, you get yourself together and you move on. But what I'm saying is, this incident is higher among the poor people than the
Look,
rich people. That's the
The
truth.
look,
question, let me ask you guys a question. The question I want to ask is, which demography is this happening, mostly happening? Is this happening in the rural part or is this more in the inner cities? Or,
I
I
think
mean,
in our cities, I think this is happening mostly in cities like
like,
Lagos,
Yeah,
Enugu,
that's
and
it. Not the rural area.
so, so,
not the
so
rural
you
bit.
guys, to I think someone was making, I think, I don't know if it was making that point earlier, saying things about we becoming so westernized, we are adopting Western mindsets, where what I've noticed in the rural part is that the men really don't jump around like that. So what they do is marry extra wife, right? The one that are polygamy in nature, they bring the women in the house, they marry them, they don't hide it. But the one in the inner city, because they've adopted this mindset that it's only one man, one woman, and if they are polygamists in nature, what they do is go outside and start cheating. And what happened is the woman start finding out, she's in suspense that what's my husband doing? And she's finding out that he's sleeping around. And also some the women in the western in the inner cities also adopted this western mindset that hey, it's supposed to be one man, one woman. Everything else is a sin and it's evil, which I get that. I get the cheating part. That to me, that's foolish. Like just going behind your husband or going behind going behind your woman to be sleeping around, and she's finding out she's hurt, and you come home, she starts fight, and you become abusive. So what I see is I think is what we've adopted this westernized mindset that a man that's polygamous is forced to just be marry one woman and one woman only. Well, I'm not saying maybe you can't work it out, but the idea of you want to marry a second wife, but you don't want to do it, so you go outside and start cheating and or just that hiding it from your woman, and then she finds out. So that's why I think it's a lot about what our mind, the Western mindset that we have adopted. I think to me, I think a lot has to do with that, because in our rural area, we don't. It's not really happening like that. It's not happening. Once the man feel like, hey, he wants the second wife, he just go bring second wife, they marry, and the women in the rural part, they understand that, hey, it's our culture. Polygamy is normal. So maybe I just want me, I think, sir. Yeah. Hello, are you guys there? Kidola, Simba,
I'm still
Yes,
here.
yes, I can hear you.
any response? Do you think
Yes.
maybe we've adopted this new culture that's really that's not aligned
I
with our
don't think
nature?
I don't think it's because we adopted a new culture. To me, I'll still maintain my stand that most of the time it's among the poor people. Because a rich man is wealthy, he has wealth to take maintain these women. He
So are
will
you
be
saying these
running
women are
around.
wait? Are you saying they are killing the men because the man can't take care of them?
Most of the time, maybe the man is not giving them enough money, and
So
they
she
think the
kill
man
him.
running around. Mm-mm. I'm not justifying what the women did. It's right. I'm
No,
just
no, no
saying
one's saying. I know you are not saying it's right, but we are saying the reason you're saying why they did it is all just
fine.
kind of awkward because if the guy doesn't have
Because
money, she
we
could have just moved on. Huh?
we believe the culture in Africa is Nigeria is that okay, a man can carry as many women as he wants, as long as he's doing what he's supposed to do. His obligations at home, he's doing it. So if the man is taking care of the woman, giving her all she wants, I don't think even if he has mistresses outside, the woman will say, "Mm, as long as you come, you give me what I want." But the problem is if the woman is now having nothing, she's struggling, she's falling, and the little the man has is taking it to maintain women outside. He's going to Paris with his girlfriend. He's doing all this, and the woman is aware of it. Of course, the anger will start building up. The anger
Okay,
will be building.
so you say it has not do.
Because there's no
So
why
what
a
I
woman
get
will
here is like on the woman's part, on the woman's side, the argument that you made that you don't think it has something to do with the Western mindset. But you just can also prove that it has to do with the Western mindset because it's on African for a man.
okay, look, let me
Wait
tell
now,
you that for
wait.
instance,
What the man? But let me. You mentioned you say he goes out to go and carrying girlfriends, we taking them to clubs and doing side chicks, all those things. Don't you think that's a Western mindset for a man to be doing something like that? That's not African way. A real African man doesn't do that. He doesn't do side chicks and girlfriends on the side. They don't. That's not our culture. That's the Western culture. In fact, in African culture, that's a taboo. Literally, if you want another wife, you marry another wife. You don't go and carry girlfriends around. You go to clubs, all those things. So that's the Western things that we adopted now. Don't you think so? Because think about it also, in African culture, women really don't go and be getting boyfriends. They go marry. They leave their husband's house to go sorry, they leave their father's house to go to husband's house. So there's really no girlfriends around to be carrying around to clubs now. So it's a Western
Is
thing.
it is this Mike or Ola?
It's Mike.
Mike, how you doing? Sorry, I hear a few of the things you said. Right now, first and foremost, let me just speak. Uh, the host, I think her name is Dupsy. She insulted my mother, and I didn't say anything to her, and I don't know why. You see, I know
I
this is a
think
triggering topic,
how
right?
did
I
she do
understand
that?
it's a triggering
I didn't
topic.
hear her
That's
say
an
that now. I'm not defending, but I didn't hear her say that. When did she say that?
no on the
She just
comments, on the comment section,
okay, because
on the
she
comment
just
section.
said,
Yeah,
man,
no,
in
on the
those
comment
days,
section. You can check the comment section.
did she
Yeah,
mention
The
your
so
private
name?
comment or the regular
no
comment?
comment, regular comment section. Yeah.
Did she
So
mention
and
she did mention your name?
That's
yeah.
not
Or she
Check.
that's
a
not
Yeah,
general
check. Yeah, check.
no, did she
And
mention
that's
your
that.
name?
Yes, go and check the comment section on YouTube.
uh, this is not that was
She used
someone knows
one
a
man
woman sure than that.
She used one man's login details to insult my mom. My mom is dead, so I didn't take so much offense over it anyway. But if my mom was alive, I think it will rub really wrong on me. If you have emotional issues, you deal with it. This is a host. This is a show. Everybody's opinion will not be the same with yours. People would come with different opinion, and I'm coming from a viewpoint with facts. Go and check on Google. This is something that I've studied so far deeply. I've studied it deeply to understand, okay, why do men act the way they do? And there's a scientific research on it. There are research papers on this. Google. Don't come
What
here
do you
with
mean? Why?
emotions.
Why? Are you saying why do men cheat? Is because of too much testosterone?
Yes,
That's why they.
yes, yes. Go.
But testosterone
Don't take my
doesn't
word
have
for
to
it.
do.
Don't take my word for it. Go on Google. Just do it. You will see scientific research from different institutions, even from national health institutions in the United States, in the United Kingdom, in Canada. There is so much evidence to show.
You know,
Why are men also predisposed to crime? Why are men so aggressive? Why men behave the way they behave? And that is the
Yeah, I
defining
know.
hormone that
Emeka, let me support that your argument. If you notice, the younger the men, hold on, guys. The
Yeah,
younger the
yeah, yeah.
men,
Sorry.
the more.
After that, then we go back to Dupsy. I'm not sure what happened to Dupsy, but
Yeah, I
yeah,
haven't heard that voice since too.
yeah.
Yeah. So, Emeka, to support your point, the younger the men, the more the strong. The younger we are, the more we tend to want to,
yeah, because
do more of those. And
as you
as
get
we get
older,
older, we
it
lose that
reduces.
testosterone, we lose
Exactly
energy
to the
for
point your stuff doesn't stand up anymore. Like what the hell? You just calm down
even
and
when it
move
stands,
on.
but even when it stands, the level of energy that testosterone that we have, we tend to like,
Yeah,
this is all you don't want to chase women
yeah.
like you do before,
Let
So
me
that
just talk
testosterone
to
definitely plays a lot of.
let me talk to a woman. Woman, I think her behavior was really uncalled for. I understand that it's a triggering topic. It shouldn't be pitted against male versus female. It is wrong. Number two, she insulted my mom. It is wrong. Number three, trying to cut me off. You will just tell me, okay, you have few minutes to round up. And at the same point, you are like an umpire. You don't need to take a stand on this matter, right? And you do this very, very well. Woman, you moderate the show properly, or various shows that you host properly, right? And she was trying to cut me off, maybe because I was saying things that she didn't like and was rubbing her off. I know it's a triggering topic, it's emotional, and I know women are very emotional too. But I'm not trying to. Never did I insult her, no. But what I said was, "You're rude," and it is clear that she's rude, cutting me off. Then she also insulted my mom. If she can't handle a show, she needs to like, okay, I can't handle this show. I can't handle different opinion. People can't cater to what you want. I'll come with a different opinion. I could even come with triggering opinions that could, rub you off differently. But maturity plays in here, and you look at it. Okay, I might not agree with you, but it's your opinion. You respect my opinion, and you move on. And then one man, there've been times where we even fight, we go back and forth, we probably, insult each other, but we don't mean any harm. I never meant any harm to her. I understand how triggering this issue is. That's why I wanted to come from the point of evidence and science. And then when she was saying it's premeditated, there is no evidence to back it up. Women don't premeditate crime. They don't. Women don't, it's not, there's no research on
Some
that.
women, no,
Women
no, 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 no. Don't,
women
I
don't
said some.
women don't
No, no,
stay
no. If I'm
women
interject, some women do premeditate crime.
Oh, sorry,
Have you read? Yeah.
let me correct myself.
Some women don't say.
Most
Some
women,
women do.
most
Some
women, sorry,
women will
most
go up.
women.
Yeah, yeah.
Let
Some
me let
women,
me
a
correct
man is
myself. I agree
wealthy.
with you.
A man is very wealthy. They want to grab a hold of his wealth. That one is premeditated. She will
Yeah,
plan
I
it
agree.
and then she will carry it
I
out, but
completely
not in a
I
violent
completely
way.
agree with you.
That,
All
I
right.
completely agree with
Hold
you.
on, Emeka. Hold on, Emeka. Let me just say this. I cannot imagine that Dupsy will say anything on towards anybody because that's not her manner.
That's what
But
I was
the
thinking too.
yeah. But the one thing I will say is that Dupsy is the host. So if we can cooperate with her and just let her, because this is our own accent into the
No, I
space.
agree. I
So
agree. I'm
no,
here to
hold
you
on,
know you okay.
just hold on. It's not one man session. It's not Thomas's section. It's not even Mike's session. It's Dopsy's session. So she will give her own accent to her own space, and of course, then we just we follow her lead. So she has to be able to lead the space, and
Yeah,
I'm
well,
sure we can support her to do that. But
respect to that woman, right? But again, then what I would say, I know it's her show. what it may look like is like, okay, maybe I might look at it as, no, I don't want to come over to her show. Her show is not for me. I might come over at some other person's show because I know she's a host. She should not take a stand. That's what it is. She's like an umpire. But again, cutting me off.
No. Let's not get bogged down on this. Let her just run it however
Woman, can
she
we
chooses
just
to.
move on?
Yes.
No,
Woman, can we move to the next
no,
topic?
no, no, let me leave. Let me leave. There's no need being around it. It's because it's
Woman,
going to
can we
get
just move?
contentious.
I can't deal with toxic people, woman. So let's move
Can
on,
we? Can
please.
you all allow other people to speak, please?
Okay, if you want to speak, please go ahead.
Thank you very much. Is it Dupsy on the person hosting this show, please? Who is it?
Yes, it's Dupsy. Yeah.
Okay, where are you based?
Canada.
Oh, okay. I thought it was based in Nigeria. I just tuned in. I thought the topic was very interesting.
Please, can you
Regarding
introduce yourself? We don't know who is talking.
yeah. I'm man of prestige. Based in California, USA. So I do come to one man platform on a regular basis. Every now and then. But not on this show. This is the first time I've been on your show.
Your voice
So
sounds so much like Morris, though.
oh, okay. I'm not. No, this man of prestige. So
They are
thank you
from
very
the same
much
place now. That's why.
for hosting this. I just need to make my own statement in reference to what we are talking about women. Yeah. The last speaker that spoke, mentioned something about testosterone. Definitely, men has more testosterone than women. There's no doubt about it. That's why you find us more aggressive, in everything we do. So the testosterone level is not even comparable. Men are way, way higher. But anyway, let me dive into the subject we are talking about. Why women in Nigeria. So I think I have a different perspective when it comes to this. We are talking about women in Nigeria adopting Western culture, Western civilization, or I look at it in two different forms. I think the world has evolved to a certain degree. Yeah, to a certain extent, Nigerian women are adopting Western culture, but that's not the only thing. People are involved. I mean, women are more educated. They are rivaling women in education, so they are learning. That's where the involvement come in. So you can't really put it about adopting Western, culture or whatever Western level of it. That's not the only thing. And from what I can deduce, I don't live in Nigeria. In my own perspective, I would say most of these people killing their husband are based in the city. Because if you look, I think Mike made that statement, and I completely agree with him. Because people in the village, they are very, very subservient to their husband. They are married more than one wife. That's where the polygamy is the highest level. So the crime rate in that level, in terms of buying their husband, I don't know if you all use the word kill, but most places they use the word why. So buying their husband is more prevalent in the city because those places you have more educated women. They tend to practice monogamy instead of polygamy. And sometimes when when their husband deviate from the norm, there's likelihood they might take action. I don't know what action it is. I don't know the level. I don't have the data to prove um, the level of what happened in Nigeria in terms of buying their husband. But in USA, we are based, it's at a very high level. Of course, anybody, even in Canada, that's the Western world. So I don't have the comparison. So that's what I wanted to say in that regard. I don't think it's much, much more in the city. That's where you have more, more advanced women, more educated women. Even I thought some of them, if they know their husband, is messing around or whatever, you know, they can do whatever level because they know they can get something out of it. Maybe through a divorce, if you marry like in a court, they know they can get something out, out of it if you buy your husband, you know, probably gonna get the property and the money what is left. But the women in the village, they are not in tune to those kind of idea. I hardly see people in the. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but the level of that being buying their husband is very, very low compared to women who are more advanced in the city. Because people who are more advanced and educated and everything, they're not going to stay in the city. How many company in the village? Most of them are in the city. So they're going to go to where the opportunity is. And I believe that's where this is more prevalent. I mean, like my wife, I mean, she's a feminist, and I have no issue with that. You know, she's one of those people who go out there and protest for, abortion rights. Like what we're having in what we're having in America right now. Abortion is a very heavy, heavy topic. I'm progressive. I'm not going to stay here, hide it. I'm not conservative. I'm not Republican. I'm a Democrat. So I support women's rights. Women have the right to choose whatever they want. This is their body. I mean, how can you have about 80% of men in the Congress, determining how women is going to, shape their body? No, they don't have right. Let women decide what they're going to do with their body. So I'm speaking from, women part of it. They have a right as equal as, as men. I mean, some people may find that offensive, but look, my wife has 50% like I have 50%. I mean, everything has to be equal. That's the way I look at the world. So I just wanted to,
My brother,
yeah.
you dey speak on the American way of life.
What do you mean I speak
Nigeria,
America? And my
hold
wife
on,
is
hold on,
from
hold on.
Nigeria, so
I understand. But
okay.
you're still long in the United States, so your view in Nigeria, may I just tell you the truth?
What do you mean I go to
And,
Nigeria and I'm going to Nigeria again? What do you mean?
in Nigeria, they don't love each other for them to marry each other. There's no love.
Okay, that's an arranged marriage. That's an
No,
arranged marriage.
not even arranged marriage. Both of them come together with lies.
Okay.
The man come with lies, the woman come with lies.
It happens
So,
here too. I mean, people marry for whatever reason. It's not all about love.
So when there's no love, you get irritated in time. Sometimes not even by cheating, they start buying this man self. Sometimes cheating is not even involved.
Okay, let me ask you something about what I said, that it's more prevalent in the city than in the village. Yeah, can you make a point on that area? I'm talking about Nigeria specific.
Yes. If you
Man
talk
of Prestige.
Yeah.
Hello, please, can we just move on to the next topic? Okay, we've spent like over an hour on this topic already.
Okay, I don't know what's the next topic. I just came in because of this topic. So I don't know what I thought you were talking about women buying their men in
but we've
Nigeria.
spent like over an hour already. So
Okay, what was that topic? I don't know what topic you're talking about. So
yeah, can you just hold on 1 minute? You hear the topic now. Yeah. 1 minute. Woman, can you just come in with the next topic?
Be sincere. This is not even me trying to be whatever you guys call me. It is what it is. I'm just saying the truth. If I have a brother that lives in the US, I would never allow him bring a woman from Nigeria. God bear me witness.
Why?
Red and white can't do, blue can't do, black can't do. Funyi come walk in because I will not let my brother bring something that will land him in a mental facility. I will never allow my brother bring any woman from another country to any country to power, because I will not let you send him out of the house to the streets.
Okay, can you expand the reason why, please?
Another thing is, if I was a man and a made man, I would never marry any woman without us signing a prenup. I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart. I will never ever marry any woman without us signing a prenup. And let me tell you, I love you so much. You are my wife. You are my backbone. You've been there for me. Long go like time long bachelor. She DNA test. Men. These three things are important. Never ever bring any woman from via Nigeria to via US, Canada. That be the end of you. Do not marry any woman without signing a prenup. Wedding is a business now.
Can I ask something? Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question?
Let's watch the video first now. Hold on.
Can I ask you a question?
Let's watch the video. Finish.
Let the video land. People are listening. Prestige.
Women of this generation don't get conscience. That's
Oh,
why
that's
I'm
a video.
surprised sometimes
Sorry,
when they say, wedding is a business now. Do not marry any woman without having a sign a prenup. Run DNA test. This paternity fraud is getting out of hand. Run DNA test. Women of this generation don't get conscience. That's why I'm surprised sometimes when they say cheats is a deal breaker for them. Coming from generation which fuck anything. What is independence means to them is fucking around. To them, if you have your money as a woman, you're supposed to fuck anything, buy dick and all. This generation is shame. I win.
Yeah, is it over, woman?
Yeah. Yes, over to you, Dixie.
Okay.
So I'm play all the way now. I'm enjoying
I think it's finished actually.
The girl has not to say, I beg. You guys just stop.
I think that's the end of that video. It's a short clip. So what the lady is saying in Yoruba is that she doesn't she doesn't support a man going back home to Nigeria to go and marry a wife, then bring the woman to either of this or Western world. So that's what she's basically saying in Yoruba. So she prefers you. And that's my own opinion too on this, that if you're not that egoistic, if you're not being narcissistic about things, why can't you marry a woman of your league where you live? Why must you go back home Even if you go back home, okay, assuming you want a girl from Nigeria, why must you start dictating the way the woman will live when the person gets to, to start living with you? So I think most men that does that are just narcissistic in nature. They want to control. They want to dictate to whomever is going to be their partner. So if you really know that um, you have that self-confidence, you should be able to marry a woman where you live. I support that. And if you're going to bring somebody, for crying out loud, you're not going to be the master of that person. You let that person choose whatever she wants to do. So I think that's why most people do that, not even because of love. They just do that because they want to control that person in totality. They want to control her life and control whatever she wants to do. So that's my opinion on that. So,
Can I?
Madam Rosie, oh, okay, man of
Okay,
prestige, you
thank you
go
very
ahead.
much.
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
very interesting topic. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, from what the lady's saying, to a certain point, I understand where she's coming from. But let me start with the prenuptial agreement. Yeah, the prenuptial agreement is relevant in marriage where both of you are not equal. Because if my wife is making the same level of income that I'm making, maybe close to or whatever, there's no need for prenuptial agreement because if we divorce, she's not gonna get anything from me. Let's assume we don't have kids or we have kids, they are grown or whatever. She's not getting anything for me. So the purpose of prenuptial agreement is null and void. That doesn't make any sense in that regard. But if I'm making a lot more money, I'm talking about maybe 3 times or 4 times more than she's making, right? The house and everything, I bought it before she came here. She came into the life. Yeah, there's need for prenuptial agreement. I'm one of the proponents of prenuptial agreement where it's relevant. So let me say that. Then the second point that she made about marrying people from Nigeria, I share your view, Dipsy, to a certain degree because this is exactly what's happening in America right now. When people go to Nigeria, because I'm not going to do it unless I know the woman. Me and my wife, we met here, and none of my family doing that. If we can't go to Nigeria and marry somebody we don't know, this is why there's a lot of quiet in United States. And mostly men that do that, some of them are, kind of on the low ranking area. What I mean by low ranking, I mean they don't make a lot of money. They go to Nigeria and just marry somebody to come here and bring, not just for the respect part of it. That's part of it,
Did they
how
come?
we are in
Come and
Nigeria.
speak
But the
medicine.
second part of it, they bring them here to make money for them. And look at what they send them to do. Immediately they come here, they want them to become a nurse. I mean, nurse make okay money, but they work like about 3 jobs. I mean, they don't have life. They work
I'm
7
not
days
done.
a week so they make money for those people who are on lower level. So that's one of the reasons they bring them here, and that's not right. So I'm totally against that. I completely agree with you. I wouldn't do
Who
that.
did
And
they
I advise
medicine?
anybody
Did
to
they
do that. Go
medicine?
ahead. Somebody talking?
Go ahead. We can
Princess,
hear you. We can
I
hear you.
think it's
Oh,
Go.
okay, okay, okay,
Princess,
okay.
yeah. Yeah.
So I don't advise, in my own opinion, I don't advise anybody because we have seen what it does, particularly in the United States, just in the Western world. Because I know it happened in British and in London, everywhere. So that's the wrong thing. You have to know somebody before you marry. I mean, there's a lot of Nigerian women here. So you can meet people and marry here. So people that go to Nigeria, I can confidently say that about 80% of them are going there to marry for dubious reason. To bring them here, to control them, you are definitely right on that. So they can become their house slave. That's what they bring them here to do. And secondly, to make money for them. Some of them, they are doing okay. Of course, anybody in USA is doing okay, but they want somebody to enrich their life. So you can come here and be working for them. They go home and start building their house. So when some of these Nigerians come here, they become wise, they get educated, and you still want to control them. This is why there's a lot of quiet, on both sides. So it's very, very, very common here. I don't even know the city that has the most. Houston, I mean, Texas is terrible. So yeah, I agree
Yeah,
with you
let's
on
hear
that.
from Princess Rosie. Thank you, man of prestige.
Okay.
Princess, can you just go ahead with your contribution?
Yeah, I'm so sorry the other time when Man of Peace was talking. I didn't know I wasn't. I mean, mistakenly unmuted myself and there was some background noise. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, to me, I think I kind of agree with what Man of Peace said about men bringing their women to come and enslave them, like turn them to the cash cow. Like I'm here in Houston, I see a lot of that happening, and it has really caused a lot of issues. But the problem here is not the men, it's not the women now that is deleting their men. Like I mean, the topic for today is women deleting their men. In the reverse is the case here. It's men now deleting their women because when they bring them here, they want to make money out of them. The woman is maybe they go to the village, they bring somebody from the stake that doesn't know her left from her right. She comes here, she becomes educated, she becomes enlightened. She mixes up with other women. She now feels she's been enslaved. So now she's standing up for herself. She doesn't want to become, the cash cow anymore. The man's main purpose for bringing her is not defeated. So that kind of brings issues with in their relationship. The man most often end up deleting them. But the other case in Nigeria, the other case in
Madam Ruth, I
Nigeria,
always laugh at those guys.
Oh, can I
yeah,
interject?
some of these
It's
guys are
like
very
they don't expect
but
that woman will come here and wake up. That they think she will be asleep like she was in the village forever. Like I mean,
my brother,
I
you can
think you
come
guys are not being fair with your
I,
analysis.
you can come to Houston. There is one place, famous place, it's called Safari. That is their headquarters. So men will go and
I
sleep
know
there.
Houston very well. And in Southwest, I mean, that Bisonet area. I mean.
Southwest, Southwest. Every 2 weeks they are sitting down waiting for when the check is coming to pick up the check. And the woman is working her ass off. The men are sitting down. Most of them are cab drivers, and they don't want to even work that much again. They're doing the cab driving PRN. So the woman is a cash cow. So and then and another thing is that these men, some of them they're over 50, and the women they go and marry 20, 21 years, small girls. You get what I'm saying? A time comes, this girl is working all her ass off, making money. After a while, the man is too old. He can't please her anymore. She has become enlightened. She's become exposed. She too want to run around. She want to run around with other men to have fun, and she don't want to spend my money on the man anymore. Then that becomes issues. The men end up deleting them. But the situation in Nigeria is different. Like I maintain my stand. Most of these women deleting their men in Nigeria is because there is poverty. It's more among the poor people. These wealthy men in Nigeria, they have mistresses all over. They buy houses for them. Some buy houses for them at Lekki. They maintain them. And the women, the wives at home, sometimes know that their men have mistresses outside. The wives at home don't stand up to delete the men because they know anyway. It is Father Christmas now. He's doing it for everybody. Let me grab as much as I can from him. In those relationships, the woman, the wife at home, her heart is hardened. There is no love anymore. It's like, okay, you want to go out and have your fun, go out. But as long as you're maintaining me, you're giving me what I want.
So, Princess Rosie,
Hold on, Simba.
Please,
Let's bring
Coco, yeah.
Kulata is here. I didn't know Kulata knew about women. I thought you only knew
Okay,
about
Kulata, okay.
statistics.
But Baba was here before Kulata though. So okay, let's Kulata go ahead. Yeah.
I'm
Anybody
here
that was there
before
before me should go. Anybody that's there before me should go.
Okay.
Okay,
Baba
let me
Charlie Coco.
Sorry, Duxie, no, go with the order. Let me actually come off your screen. Go with your order.
Okay, okay. Baba Charlie Coco, are you there? Oh, can you
Hey,
contribute, Baba? Good morning, sir.
good morning, everybody. Uh, Greetings to our listener around the world. Click on the like button, share and subscribe if you haven't done so. You see, I've carefully listened to women. I love women. They stand up for each other. They will defend each other. Even when they are doing something wrong, they will still stand up. So kudos to all women. Miss Rosie, kudos to you. Everything you said, only the men that have the blame. Women
yeah.
don't have nothing. Women never do anything wrong. So, but the fact of the matter is that you see, the blame should go on both sides. Men make mistake. Women are dubious too. Like Miss Rosie rightly said, they go and marry young men. I mean, young lady. You are in your 50s, you go and marry a lady in 20s. First of all, that young lady will not see the world the way that person in 50 see the world. So that is contradiction right there. So who am I going to blame? Is the man. marry a young lady that is too young to you. So definitely there's going to be some problem to contend with, because they are going to have they're going to see the world in a different way, and that is not good for marriage. So, but we have to look at it on the other side, that for the man to even show love, to go and marry you from the village, take you out from poverty, brought you to America, sponsor your education, you had you marry legally, you sworn an oath, we be together till death do us apart. Why can't you keep to that oath? We don't want to look at it on that side. So when a man spend all his money, that man you said is not doing anything, is not doing anything to improve himself. He drive cab, and he waiting for money to come in. The lady is working 24 hours only to wait to take the woman money. So when that man sweat, did everything to equip that woman, make her a real modern woman, does that man deserve that same treatment too? You see, when women, or some of these people that are brought from Nigeria here, when they acted in such a way that is that doesn't show sincerity on their side, I think we have to blame them. So for me, I think it is always good for woman to stay with his man. There's no circumstances that you were after, having that oath in the court or in the marriage, what do you call it? To say either in good time, bad time, good health, bad health, we live together till the death do us apart. Why can't she honor that oath? That's the way I see it. So we cannot continue to blame men that man is trying to take their money. No. He's not trying. That man has done good to them, and they have to reciprocate in the same vein. So I'm not going to totally blame the man. I will blame woman the most for leaving that man. And that is what is responsible for most of the things we have seen in the United States. Because when that man spent everything, the man, maybe he already bought the house, he already done everything before you come, and you came, and he took you through education. Now you are better off financially, economically, and only thing to do is to dump that man and reduce him to a beggar, to a man that have nothing again. So it's not good. So that's what is responsible.
Can I interject? Can I ask Ajale a question, please? Aja.
Hold on. That is what is
Man of
responsible.
prestige, we have to move ahead. I only spend 2 hours.
I just want interjection.
Okay.
Just one interjection.
Okay.
Aja.
That's fine.
Okay, what you said to a certain degree is kind of a little bit, you bent it through there a little bit, okay, because you said like they're supposed to behave that way because you brought them from village or something like that. I mean, they're human beings. What is wrong with equal right? Just because you brought them here and educated them, that's your wife. You brought them here to educate them to, for them to provide to the family. So you should treat them equally. I'm not saying what you said was wrong. There's blame to go on both sides, but you can't put the blame mostly on the women. So that's why I disagree with you.
Who told you? How many cases of those have you witnessed
A
yourself?
lot.
Hold on. How many cases of it you have witnessed yourself that you know that the man?
I've not witnessed anyone, but
hold on. You have not witnessed any man, but you people or a lot of people, you say, oh, the man tried to enslave woman. No, men don't try to enslave them.
Oh no, there
They
you
are
go.
not.
You are
Uh,
wrong.
hold on. Men do not want to enslave them. What mostly happen is that when they mix with other bad women, particularly some bad women in this country that are divorcee, that doesn't have husband, that doesn't have good life, they will start teaching them bad thing. They will start showing them, oh, you can buy car on your own, you don't need your husband, this thing, you can do this on your own. And that get to themselves. Somebody from a poor background now seeing
So
herself in
because you are a
America.
poor,
Hold on,
poor,
hold
poor
on.
Man of
background,
question,
you
you can't go back
you
and forth
become
now.
something.
Look, somebody
Don't
from a
close the
poor
show.
background now
Can I
in
come in
America
now, please?
and now in America and making good money and thinking
After
that, oh, I
Baba, we
can
are going
buy
to
house
hear from Kulata. After
I,
Baba.
I
So
can
Baba,
buy house
please
on my
turn
own. I
around.
can do things on my own. Some of them, this thing gets into their head and they think the best thing to do, let me dump my husband and I just go because they have some other women that are doing the same, that are seeing, they met them at work. They see them just single parents and they don't have husband and living in good house. And they say, oh, I want to live in good house too. I don't want any man to control me. There is no way you will marry to a man that a man will not like to maintain a little control. A little. Some men, we know our culture, we know where we are coming from. A little, somehow, oh, I don't want it this way. Let us do it this way. You know, we don't blame men too much, man. That women should share greater part of the blame for
You can't perpetuate. You can't come to America and perpetuate your culture here. This is Western world. So I don't. I
Man
disagree
of
with you.
Prestige, please let's hear from Kulata. I have to move ahead because AI is here. Madam Zita is here for this topic, so
But
she
I
wants
am
to hear
here
our view.
before Kulata and AI.
Okay, please, Remy, just hold on. Let's hear from Kulata. Yeah, thanks.
I mean, sorry, I'm going to leave very soon. I'm sorry. So, I mean, this topic, I mean, we keep treating topics a lot of time we're tempted
Kulata,
to
you are
treat.
not going anywhere.
A lot of times we're tempted to treat topics as black and white. I've seen both sides of this argument, right? A lot of it has to do with cultural differences. When you're living in the US, you behave like the US. When you're living in Nigeria, is Nigeria. So whenever you decide to kind of like try and mix stuff up, things happen. So I've seen the situation. This is even a personal friend that got married to his Nigerian born and raised girlfriend, got married. It did not work out. She did all the typical uh, new feminist behavior. No, I mean post feminist, not the traditional feminist, the post feminist, that it got to the point where the next step will have been violent. So I normally will initially I'll normally say it's better to find your partner where you live, right? Because if you're living in the US, the person, if your partner is in the US, she will understand the culture of the US. You guys will know that it's not an abomination, for example, for a guy to take the trash out or to wash the plate or something. So, but if you're living in Nigeria, that never happens now. Someone will bring Ushuka for you to give you omission or to wash your hand before you eat amala. But those kind of things don't happen in the US. So on the flip side, when a guy can't find a partner in abroad, and then they go and take someone in from Nigeria, they do forget that you're taking one person from one culture to another culture where she will get to the West and see that, oh, I have a lot of rights. So the guy's expectation is Omishanwa level, Oshuka, kneel down and all. So they happen to bring the person, trains her. A lot of times is stereotype. They become a nurse. They work two shifts. And one thing that is very critical in relationship is you guys need to be able to know what you can stomach in terms of the man, the man's finances versus the woman's finances.
Mm.
Natural order is for the man to earn more. That's natural order. But the modern order is it could go both ways. So if a guy is not earning well, trains a nurse, definitely being in the West, a lot of the financial decisions will now be made by the woman. That is not natural order for Nigerians. So that creates a resistance, a friction. So respect is one of the things valued most in marriage, regardless of culture. But with African culture is extremely high. So when you have a woman, whether the man trains her or not, paying the mortgage, wearing the pants, paying the car notes, doing all for the people that pay mortgage and car notes, for having all those things, then there's a disruption in that cultural order, and then there's going to be pushback. So it's up to the guy. If you know you're bringing someone from Nigeria, you have to like let that Nigerian culture go. I know that this person is going to go through some transition. She's going to discover a lot of rights. So you have to be able to live with it. So it's not something to blame a woman for. I will say a guy should rather be more defensive to make sure he earns more, or they decide amongst themselves, like, hey, dude, if I want this traditional marriage, then I have to wear the big boy pants. Then I have to go become a partner somewhere in a law firm or a consulting firm, or I trade stocks and I make good money while you sit at home and raise the kids, so I can maintain that masculinity, that patriarchal society. But if I'm going to be weak, if I'm going to be, I mean, it's not people's fault. But if, for example, I'm going to be pulling Home Depot job and my wife will be doing this, then I have to accept the fact that, okay, in this relationship, I have to step back and be meek. So it's, and like I said, it's just all this stuff is individual based. You can't blame one side, you can't blame another side. You just have to put yourself in a way where you have to accept what comes out of the culture where you're going to live, because we're not in Nigeria. And if you're whether you're in Nigeria and America, if you're a man, testosterone and all that stuff, try and make sure you earn more, or try and make sure you guys have an arrangement amongst yourselves that, okay, I will not stifle your career, you will not stifle mine, we'll respect each other, we'll have these boundaries. It's just that it's an individual thing. It's not something that you can just lay some laws and do one thing. Yes, you can't expect a woman working two shifts to take a lot of bullshit if the man is not pulling his weight. You just can't expect it. Disrespect will come into play. And that, so the man needs to even know, okay, at what level am I supposed to kind of like demand, especially if you think, okay, I imported this person from Nigeria. You just can't. It's a thing. Like if someone is, there's no way where Arifin will not enter it. Let's be honest. So men really need to step up or step down. You have to make a choice. So that's what I'm going to.
But we are talking about Nigeria now. So what can you say about it?
We are
This
not
is
talking
not
about
about
Nigeria
America.
alone. We're
The
talking
topic was
about
about
We moved on from
worldwide.
that
importing.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not
No,
Yeah.
they
talking
moved
about
on from that
Nigeria
topic.
alone.
They're talking about
Okay.
importing wives in
Kuleta, please, if you
to
land, let me
abroad.
know so that we can move on to the next
No, I've
person.
landed. Let's so other people can talk. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Remy, you can come in now.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. And it's another opportunity to be here. I think you guys are looking at it in a very simplistic manner like that. First and foremost, if you are a man and you have been in this Western country for so many years, your way of life would have changed also. You are not going to be having that kind of omi shower or kule for me or do that. Your way of life, but maybe unfortunately for you, you are unable to tie somebody down in America or Europe or wherever because of differences and because of so many other factors. And then you look inward, you labor, you put in the finances there, and then you bring somebody from Nigeria to be your wife, whether there is age differences or no age differences. The woman arrived in America, and you think, oh, fine, I want this woman to be better. Why not go to nursing school? Or why not go back to school? You continue to pay money and so like that. But the problem men has is this. Men want their women to be better. But unfortunately for men, when a woman started making money, even not making up to what the man is making, this is just to everybody. If you are making enough money that you can, oh, now I can make enough money by myself, I can do whatever I want with myself. Sometimes for women, there's a little bit of pride and ego will set in. And when it sets in, that will be a kind of clash between him, between her and her husband. Because if truly that marriage has some semblance of love and sacrifices, I don't see any reason why, even if you are coming from Nigeria, because you are there, then there's a new culture, and then you don't want to respect this man at all. You don't want to. I'm not talking about respecting, calling him daddy or something like that. I think there must be a kind of subtle way that this is my man. It's different from Kulata, it's different from Simba, it's different from Jalico. This is my husband, and I don't want anybody to toy with my husband. And I see a woman coming from Nigeria have the culture and a good culture and a good ethic from Nigeria, and coming to America, and because she can make money, even not up to the man, because she can make money, and then she also said that, oh, I have a lot of right. Then the next thing start to disrespect the man. I see this thing two way. If you are in America and you are looking for a woman, and then you see a lot of women in America, the way they behave, the way they do, you don't want a divorce. You don't want to divorce. You don't want this kind of woman too. Everybody have different choices. Oh, I cannot marry this kind of American woman. Maybe if I marry her, she can cheat on me. She can sleep with anybody. She have a lot of rights. I don't want this. Why can't you go inward and bring somebody from Nigeria? It's a very delicate situation where we find ourselves because we are in a modern world. For me, I would say this way. If you bring somebody from Nigeria, you try your best. The moment you see that she tried to lord some things over you, just walk away. Ask for divorce. Ask for just all those things you put in there, just forget it. Finances, and if you have children, find a way of finding who's going to be in custody of the child. If you are going to be paying child alimony, that is your take. Because you must have a plan from the beginning. If it does not work out, what are my losses? Can I count my losses? If I cannot count my losses, I better look for whatever I can find in America and stay with her there. So if you don't have a very good plan from the beginning, because people always think it's going to be rosy. Like I read the book, the first 10 years of marriage is very super. After 10 years, a lot of things are always setting if you are lucky to still stay with your man. So I rest my case here and let's continue.
Okay, can we hear from Zita?
Dumsi, can you please? I have not been listening. Is there any way you can run what is going on for me?
Okay, we are talking about some men that prefer to go and bring the woman they want to get married to from Nigeria. So a lady made a video that she would never advise anybody to do that. That she's totally against a man going back home to take a wife and bring it back to the Western world. That the women, they don't cooperate after a while, that you have to sign prenup with them, you have to, so she was just like all over. She doesn't agree to that. You should look for a man, a woman, wherever you live in to get married to. So that's basically what we're talking about this morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me start by saying that on our don't know, everybody.
Thank
with
you.
The panel. Una well done.
Thank you.
Let me start by saying that marriage is not a theory. It's something that is very physical and spiritual. I will say this. Love do happen. It's not in a place. It's not in a color. Neither is it in a nation, ethnicity, or in character, I must say. Then, before I go further, I want to say this. I noticed that most human beings on earth, we as human beings, even at the age of 50, we don't really know what we want. Get them by the side, interview them. They will ramble, talk everything and mumble it. At the end of the day, you find out that they don't really know what they want. Now, why did I say love do happen? It takes love and what you want in marriage to sustain marriage. Very important. love and what you want in marriage, not what you want in life, but what you want in marriage for you to be able to sustain a marriage. If you are the type that marriage actually doesn't really mean anything to you, you gamble with it. But if you are the type that marriage to you is an institution that should not be defiled, you will never gamble with it. Why do I say this? Most people on earth don't know where their problem is. They don't actually know where their problem is coming from. But I will ask any man, any woman to first of all acquire wisdom. Wisdom prepares every human being. It's an alert. It alerts you in every situation. The result we get in life most times depends on our wisdom. The way we handle situations in life that result to catastrophe, to pain, to hurt, depends on our wisdom. If you do not examine your past, your failures, the fruit we continue getting will be failures. Why do I say this? When you are in a relationship, hallelujah, praise God, these days, they go into a relationship. Hello, are we still there? Everywhere is quiet. Hello?
Do you want us to be interjecting or what?
No. I mean, it was
We are
there,
listening.
so I was just
Yeah,
trying to see if
we
I'm
are
still
here.
on.
Yeah, we're here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, most times, hallelujah, praise God. What am I saying? Hallelujah, praise God. For me as a Christian, these days we do relate in form of relationship before we get married. Now, that's why I keep hammering on wisdom. There are some alerts if you have wisdom. When you are relating with a man, you are relating with a woman, there are some alerts. I will come to tradition, culture, traveling, clash of culture. I will come to that if I have time. But let me talk about wisdom because I mentioned wisdom. It's very profitable. First of all, who are you? What do I want in my marriage? Wisdom. When you see that little alert, don't call it little. I will tell you people this. I won't call his name because he's a very wealthy man today. I don't care. I don't give a damn. I left him because he came back, removed his shirt and put it back in the wardrobe. To me, that was very disgusting. Sweating, you came back, remove your shirt, sweating, it's wet, you put it back in the wardrobe. It's a no-no for me. Already, I have come in to clear every mess, arrange things, keep things everywhere, and you didn't notice that this baby you are dating is Madam Don dating. So why will I manage you because you come from a rich family? These things are red alert. What do you want in marriage? Do you want peace of mind? You want to hold it as a secret institution? Or you want to gamble with it? It's your choice. Then let's talk about the culture of bringing somebody or living in an environment where they have culture that benefit women. Some women might misuse it. Now, going to bring somebody from somewhere is like, to me, it's a hire. Am I doing a marriage of contract, or am I marrying somebody? To go, a man living in the United States, that's my opinion. Please don't get me wrong. First of all, I said love do happen. If you go to Nigeria or India or anywhere you come from and you see a woman, you date her, you like her, you come back to Canada, you come back to Australia, you keep the communication letter, you decide to go and marry her, fine. But getting up one day, you are in the United States and you got up one day and say, I'm going to Nigeria to look for a wife. I'm sorry, you are going to buy a market. To me, I don't know about others. Please, that's my opinion. And when you buy a packaged market, when you get home, you open it. What you see, you take. Now, back to the clash of culture, if I have time. Maybe you dated the girl, you people are good together while you went to Nigeria. You decide to bring her to where you reside, which is Australia, or maybe United States, or maybe Norway, Canada, wherever. These are places where they have laws and traditional culture that benefit women a lot. Get ready to find something in the middle. That's the only advice I would give to anybody. Get ready to look for something in the middle. Don't take it too far left. Don't take it too far right. Remember, you know, in Nigeria, when a man comes back from work, they greet him and get his food ready while he freshen up. Now you are in a culture where maybe you have to even come back before her. Could you please go to the kitchen and get your food? There's nothing wrong in that. That's why I say, what do you want? Find something in the middle. Or maybe two of you walked in. She has to start preparing the food. You can help. It's not a big deal. But if you know that that is going to be a big deal to you, don't. That's my advice. Unless you want a marriage where you want to gamble. Because there is going definitely to be a clash of culture. Definitely.
So a lot of
not
people
overrule that.
a lot of the men wouldn't agree to that.
Let me tell you this.
Yeah.
I married a foreigner. That's why I am saying this. It's like bringing somebody from another culture into another culture. But this one is more serious. I will tell you people something that will shock you. When we got married, after everything, my husband, their family have a burial ground of their own. If you know the surname in Chicago, they have a place they call them. They call it Norwood Park. They have a burial ground. After wedding, they took me to the burial ground, graves already prepared. In excitement, they say, my dad is here, my sister is here, my mother is going to be here, I'm going to be here. My sister said, this is your own. I was like, what? Are you kidding me? I was like, wait. You mean I have a grave? When I go to him, I say, hey, guy, you see that thing you try? No try them again, no, na sacrilege where I come from. You mean I don't dig grave already, they wait for me, make I come. I was so furious. To them, it doesn't really mean anything. The father is an estate mongo. They just did everything, like somebody planning his life. Everything. My sons, when my son married, this is where he will lie. This is where his wife is going to lie. And then the children can make their own grave. What are you talking about? You are talking about people who are so civilized that they even plan, knowing fully where they will die. But to me, you are just reminding me that you're going to kill me one day. And another one is the gun. You open a whole room, there are 36 guns of different sizes and shape. And like, my grandfather has a great-grandfather, my grandfather handed this one over to us. So what the heck? Where I come from, you should be pointing at lands and houses your parents give you, talking about gun. So what am I saying in essence? I don't want to take you people's time to go to the little things that we are like, what? You mean you do this? You mean you do this? I remember the day I prepared something I feel is sumptuous. I was like, what? It's actually their meal. But there is something they remove. In Africa, we don't remove it when we cook that kind of a thing. And it was like, what the heck is she doing? So these are little things that when you want to do that cross culture, you must get ready to find something in the middle for that clash of culture, because definitely it must come. It is a must. It must come.
Thank you so much,
Very
Zita.
little thing can break a marriage, in the sense that after 5 years, when they sit two of you down to tell you why you broke up, you were like, but it didn't really mean that we would have. Have you ever listened to people who divorced before? They will tell you, if it is today, I'm sure I wouldn't have divorced. I would have handled it. Anyway,
Thank you.
I don't want to take all your time. Thank
Okay,
you, Lucy.
Thank you so much, Zita. I really appreciate your contribution. Let's hear from Forefathers. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Thank you. Greetings. Thank you for having me. Yeah, greetings to everyone on the panel, to the chat and the viewers. Yeah, the main topic about 70% of women in Nigeria being jailed because they killed their husband. It's not surprising, isn't it? If you think about it, most of crimes women commit, they are probably not going to go to jail for it. The only one that would be unforgivable in the context of Nigeria is when they kill the men. And that is understandable. So from that context, I think it shouldn't be seen as if women are just busy killing their husbands all over the place in Nigeria. It's just because they don't put them in prison for most of the crimes that they will put women in prison in other countries for. Like in the US now, they put quite a lot of them in prison for drugs and other stuff. In Nigeria, they wouldn't. They wouldn't. They would just overlook it and slap the lady on the wrist and she goes away. In terms of having partners in the West, I think it's based on choice, isn't it? Because there are men in the West that deliberately leave the West to go and have partners from other parts of the world because they feel the Western women are a kind of too their approach to family life is very different, and their focus on family life is less. Many of them don't even want to have children, and that's something. If one wants to consider having a partner in the West, you have to keep that in mind. It's not like many of them want to have 4 children. 4 children is on the high side on their end, and if you look at the birth rate in the West, they have many of the Western countries have 1 point something birth rate. It means a lot of them are not even having children at all. And so some of the men that feel like they want to have a family, If you want to have a big family and you want to do it in the West, and with a Western-minded woman, it's gonna be tough for you. And because of the challenges, having children in the West is also very expensive. So you have this thing they call passport bros, and men go to different countries, and according to what they said, the original passport bros were white men, isn't it? They go to Thailand, they go to Philippines and various other countries to have children, and want to have a traditional family life, and then they get those things from there. Um, and if you are in the West, as an African, if you don't think you have, because it's harder to find our women in the West anyway, compared to European women, they're everywhere. Um, and the women that we have that are in the West, they also have the same mindset as European women, because most of our women that come to the West, they very, very quickly sign on to the way of life of the West. Very, very quickly sign on to it. And so you are not likely to, you have to say, why would you bother going with a Nigerian woman in the West when there are European women that have exactly the same mindset? As a matter of fact, European women may even be more benign from their point of view, because they are not very, how do I put it, they are not, they don't challenge their husbands the way our women, the ones that come recently, do. Actually, people get the impression that European women are just challenging their husband, being all masculine. They are not like that. They tend to be more laid back, and the men too tend to be very laid back. They are the ones that instituted that's a kind of put all these changes in place anyway, because they felt comfortable enough to say, okay, everybody gets loose. You don't have to have many children. We are prospering enough. We have enough security. We don't have any problems. But for me, if you want to start copying what they are doing in the West, then you have not used your tongue to count the number of teeth in your mouth well enough, because we are not them. And if you look at the Asian, like the Chinese and others that try to copy some of the stuff the West have done, many of them are rolling back. They are having a lot of trouble now. Just this week, actually, the Chinese leader was basically begging his people to go and have children, because they are closing schools down and they are not having children. And how they are going to keep the economy going is going to be difficult without people. And they have to look at exploring having foreigners come into their country, or make them have children. How are you going to force people to have children because having children is a lifestyle. You can't just change your mind overnight and start say women should start cranking out babies. It's not going to happen that way. And we have to be careful we don't fall into that trap. Because for me, family life is very, very important to a society like ours. At this stage, we are not in the stage of the West at all. You can't behave as if you are one of them when you are not. It will damage you. It's like the child of a poor man and the child of a rich man walking outside to go and cause trouble in the public space. What do you think is going to happen? The child of a poor man is probably going to go to jail, while the rich man's child will just walk out with a slap on the wrist. And this is why we have to know our own place and understand what is actually good for us. I believe our societies have to be a little bit more conservative, put emphasis on families. We don't have all the instruments to cater to family breakups as the West does. We don't have the instruments to cater to the decline in population. If anything, we need more, because India has as much people as the entire Africa, but their landmass is 12 times smaller. So for me, always like to look at things on a kind of a macro level. There's a level of regional and continental levels, and the way we behave, because those things tend to have more impact. You can have argument with your husband and wife, and you have kind of social misalignments where you have couples not getting on, and you see divorce rate increasing. If you don't study what is happening on the macro level, you will just be arguing amongst yourself, and the consequences will keep flowing, and we will not know where the source of the problem is coming from. And hence why, if I was an African leader today, I would be encouraging them, you have to maintain the family structure, because that's the greatest invention that ever came out of Africa. and he formed one of the bases for almost all civilizations that you have today. And we have to preserve it for longer before we start loosening it. It doesn't mean that women don't have rights. I don't understand where this idea that women never had rights. I grew up in Africa and I saw a lot of very powerful women. From Ransom Kuti, I've seen women in the 60s, and now in the 60s, 70s, 80s. They were smoking, they were having multiple husbands in Nigeria. And I don't understand. People say this is
Multiple husbands in Nigeria.
Yeah, I've seen it. That's after one husband, another husband. Women in Nigeria.
No. You say multiple husband, meaning come on, man, stop twisting your words.
Not multiple husbands.
You can't say after one husband. What you said was multiple husband, meaning having more than one husband at a time. That's what I mean.
That's not what I mean. I meant if that's a mistake now, then I'm trying to say that they had divorces. So in other words, it's not like we're not separating and women are not moving on, and they were breadwinners. We've seen them in Nigeria and in Africa. It's happened before.
And forefathers, the choice to have a child is not particular to Western women. Anybody can make that choice. I might be an African woman. I don't feel like having children. That should be my own choice. Don't force anything on anybody. A lot of women out there wants to have children. Let them go ahead. But somebody that says, I'm an African woman, I don't feel like giving birth to a child, please do not let us start castigating that kind of a person. So let's move on because I will soon close the show. Let's move on to
I'm not finished now. You are not happy with what I'm saying. Yeah, you want to shut me down. Other people spoke for a while now.
Oh, no. Okay. Continue then.
I like to hear my own voice now. You don't understand that.
Okay, continue. No, because you were late to the show. So that's why.
You can increase your hour by an hour now.
Yeah.
Báwo ni o ṣe sọ bẹ́ẹ̀? Ṣé wọ́n lo mọ time tí mo fẹ́ lò ní tó ní kí n increase?
More time available. Àwọn èèyàn tí ń wọlé, they are enjoying the show. They fẹ́ shut it down very fast like that.
Okay, continue for others.
Yeah, thank you. So, I've seen powerful women in Nigeria. They've done things, and even in villages and in towns, everywhere, they get things done. And I think it's a kind of how do I put it? It's a kind of myth somewhere along the line. The West, they are very, very good at this. Whenever they want to create an agenda, they make it look like, women are oppressed all over the world. In reality, most of the stuff men do is for the women. Let's face it. It's for the women. And if you look at the hazards in society, it's the men that face them. It's not the women. The men are designed to serve and protect the next generation and their partners. That's what men do. This is what they call, you've heard of the idea in the West where they talk about the white woman's tears. Because the moment they share their tears, and for whatever reason they are sharing their tears, our blood will flow. Because they understand these things. The power women have over men is great. And I've actually said it before. Evolutionarily, we as men are basically appendages of women. We are designed to protect, provide for the women to create the next generation. That's basically what it is. Hence why men are more risk-taking. They tend to perish far more than women. They tend to have shorter life expectancy. They tend to actually be more stressed in life. Most men, a lot of men, far more men go on in life without going to have to procreate compared to women. Far more men do that. And it tells you what our purpose is. Our purpose is to protect and this assist in procreation and protecting, ensuring the survival of the species. And that is what we are. And we can dress it up all we want, like we are in control of everything. We know full well we are not. And women, I must say, you guys know it too. You can make men do stuff. You know what you can make men do very, very easily. If you look at, even in the Bible, you hear about the first man, the strongest man, the wisest man. What brought all this?
We are not Christians. This doesn't follow the Bible.
You want me to go with this?
No, the host doesn't believe in the Bible, man. So don't come and use that.
Pantheons. I don't know about the story.
No, she doesn't believe in that either. She doesn't believe in religion.
You know about the Yoruba. I know I'm not a very religious person. I'm just going from the facts of the Bible itself. If you go into the Yoruba pantheons, you probably see the same patterns repeat itself. Women are not completely helpless, We've seen them in history when they want to do stuff. It's just that men have different roles. If you ask me, biologically, women are far more important than men. In terms of potency, men are more potent because you can have one man have so many children. But because women, the reason why women are more valuable because there is more scarce resource. You can't have with one woman. It's not enough. You can't create a society with one woman. So you have to protect them. This is why we protect them. And because we as human beings, our children, when they are growing up, it takes a long time for them to have common sense, not to kill themselves. So you have to protect the women long enough for the children to grow so that we exist in the world today. I think men
But
have done their work so
Well, we
well.
have police today now. You don't.
That is
Police
the
is
point I'm
protecting.
getting
Huh?
to now. That's the point I'm getting
They
to.
don't need you
The men,
anymore, man. They have 911.
but
exactly. Men have done their
tonight,
work so well
Naija,
that women think they don't need men anymore.
to
That is the
Naija,
problem now.
Naija, you're speaking a lot about the natural order at the macro level. On the micro level, what this topic is essentially a conflict with perhaps a stronger woman. How does the man, a Nigerian man, Nigerian culture in the West that imported a wife, handle a wife that all of a sudden became a nurse, makes more money than him, and I mean, kind of like shifts natural order? That's where we have a lot of conflict.
That is a big one. I think one of the things I've said before about this is that we don't have any support for people that are moving overseas, and we have a lot of them moving overseas now. In the UK, we have almost 200,000 moved in the last 4 years or so. And nobody is really talking to them and supporting the men on how to make sure they adapt when problems show up, because these problems are going to come. There's going to be, the women are going to change, and then people will start pointing fingers, and it start leading to a decay in a relationship, and our society will become stressed in the West. And if you go to like social services headquarters and you go to courts, we are overrepresented there because of this decay. And I always say to our people, how is it that whenever we do stuff, we don't have any way, any instrument to support our people? They just go anyway, we just send them, and we just fall victim after victim. And most of our children, because of that, because the families will be failing, the children, do you think is going to raise them? The kind of people you don't want to raise them at all. And then we start having the kind of delinquency you see in the African American communities. This is the pattern that we should be thinking about, and the dynamics between the men. If as an individual man, I will encourage you that if you see that kind of stuff, I believe there's one universal approach in life, really, even in Nigeria or any society you're in. If you are with a woman,
So, Naja, you
you have
mentioned.
to be. Yeah,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead. Yeah, if you are with a woman as a man, you have to be worthy in a way that by that I mean you have to be in a position whereby you are not threatened in any way. In other words, you have
So,
to be
Naja,
your own person.
let me say this to you. Very important. You mentioned the African American community. Don't you think Nigeria? Yeah, over there in Nigeria, we have this culture of emulating Black Americans. Like it's almost like we're adopting their culture. It started in the 80s. Today, it's almost like our young people have completely adopted their culture. So,
Yeah,
yeah, what do you think?
it's a tricky one, and this is it. We are falling in there now. We are already lining our people up. This topic is dovetailing into that to an extent because
So,
we are lining our societies up to become like that in the West too. Go ahead.
Take this along with it. Nowadays, the young folks we ask each other before they, what's your body count? If you know that, I think a lot of people know what they mean. What's your body
Yeah,
count?
Almost every Black American slangs you hear in Nigeria now. The
Oh my
Nigerian
yeah,
youth are saying the same thing. Body count, side chick, baby mama, everything.
yeah,
And like, when
yeah,
are they learn all these things, man? TikTok.
yeah.
To
It's happening
Naija,
from
to
internet now.
Naija,
Yeah.
to Naija, Dupe was telling you to round up the other time. You are taking too long time. Round up and let's go
I
to
think
another
No,
Adewale
person.
now
also wants to talk.
He
this
has
is
to
church
go.
sermon
He
for
has
me.
to go. He have
Yeah,
limited
yeah.
time.
I will
Tonight,
round up
man,
quickly. I'll
like,
round up quickly. Let me round up quickly now.
Yeah, round
So
up.
the idea for me, I think if you want to be with a woman, don't think that you are just going to use because you are a man, the structure you have in the Nigerian state to just tell them what to do in the West. You have to be in a position whereby even if she walks out of the door, walks into Prince Charles's palace, you are still a viable man that anybody will want to be with. And for that, you don't need to oppress, you don't need to tell the woman to do anything. She will willingly do it as long as you're doing your job. Your job is to provide and protect. Do your job, be loyal. If she throws you out of the door because you put your shirt in the wardrobe without cleaning it up, then it's on her. I tell you, it's on her. Because how do you throw a
I'm
loyal
forgetting,
human
man.
being
Soon will never
away?
round up, man.
How do you throw a
Oh,
loyal
man.
human being away because they put something? I guess it's an individual thing, isn't it? Because they put something in their shirt in this thing. That is a man's life is different. A
It's
woman's
just even
level
see
of
here.
hygiene is different. So you to throw see loyalty
You don't
is
know
the holiest good of
Sunanja
the
no dey
human
round up.
heart.
Forget that one.
Yeah, I'm here.
But
You'll be
don't
the one
wear. If you
shouting
give
on me,
Sunanja floor,
Mike.
you gonna talk
I
for
don't
20
understand
hours
you,
straight.
Mike. If I talk now,
This
you'll be the
guy,
one siding the man. You'll be the one
I'm
siding the man. So
just
that's why I'm not
saying.
talking.
I'm
Let
just
them be
saying.
talking.
I'm
there's
trying
no
to
way
round
Sunanja
up
will
now.
ever
I'm
round up.
trying to
No,
round up. You're
People
not
have
letting
to
me
shut
round
him
we're
up.
up
not
before
going
he...
to round your forefather
I'm
tonight.
trying to
Let
round up.
Adewale
See,
speak,
Yes,
Gary.
Let
because if I
Jadewale
talk
talk,
now,
man.
they
We are
will
not
feel
rounding anything.
Mike,
We know
you'll be
you.
the one by
Adewale
siding
talks for a
them.
long time. He's going to start soon.
So,
Let
Give me
him talk.
one minute.
You
okay,
have
that's
1 minute.
fine.
1 minute.
I
1 minute.
want to round up
which
the
1
show.
minute?
That's
You've
what I
been
want
talking.
to
One
You've
say.
talked
minute.
for longer than
I swear.
everybody. You've taken
Let me
like
time it. Let me time it.
50%
1
of the
minute. I
show.
swear. Please, just give me
Guy,
1
don't
minute.
do, man. I beg.
1 minute. Come
It's
on.
nothing you are telling
1
us
minute.
that's new.
I'm timing it now.
I'm
1
not
minute.
giving us any wisdom as new, I beg. So
Come
Okay,
on,
you
man.
can go ahead,
Yeah.
forefathers.
Yeah. 1 minute. So I don't think I believe that loyalty is the holiest good of the human heart. And when people dump partners for reasons that are a little bit superficial, we have to be careful about what we are doing, especially if there's a family involved, like children and all the rest of it. And I think that our men, if you are going to bring women to the West, you definitely have to be ready to accept what comes with it, and don't try to act as if just because you are the man they have to listen to you. I really don't subscribe to that. Loyalty has to be willingly given, respect has to be willingly given, otherwise it's not respect. You see what I mean? So let's take it easy and let's try to support each other, because we all know families that are having trouble in the West. Let's try to support each other until we start having maybe proper bodies that is going to help support our families when they go through this type of distressful situation, because we don't want the West to raise them. If they do, then we are on the pipeline to becoming like we start experiencing the ills that the African Americans experience that they are trying to shake off till date.
Thank you
Thank you
so
very
much
much.
to Niger. I appreciate your contribution. So I'm not talking much. I'm not enjoying this show today because some people are just toxic. I love to come here to air my view. I'm a confident woman. Nobody can pull me down. So Mike, and I'm disappointed at you today too for siding somebody that's so toxic to that level, to come up here, start saying what the person is not supposed to say to me. I come here to enjoy myself. I'm not getting paid or anything. I love to just come up on woman's show to just air my view. So some men don't like it when confident women come up to air the view. They just want to shut you up. They just don't want to hear. I'm just saying this. I come here every Sunday. Let me say something, Mike. I come here every Sunday. If you know you are too, you are too proud to listen to a woman talk, please do not come on. It's not compulsory. This is my show. You can come later. One man is going to start his own show. You can air your view there. It's not compulsory you come on my show because I'm too confident in myself to tell you what I feel and what I think. So if people come here to shout me down, it's not going to happen again. I'm just looking at it that this is the first time the guy came here to come and do that. That's why I just let it go. Normally, I won't even allow that. And Mike, you came on and you start siding him as
wait
if,
now.
oh,
Let me
don't sorrow, don't
let
pull
me
me now,
explain
Mike.
let me explain. Okay.
Okay.
I didn't witness the entire argument between two of you. When I came on, like 2 minutes after I woke up is when I came on. I woke up late. As soon as I woke up, I'm like, oh shit, I missed the show. So in the middle of that moment I woke up is when you guys just saw. It's probably like later part of the argument is what I saw. And so I missed it. I didn't get the whole context of the argument between two of you. So that later part of the argument is what I saw. I just saw that he's trying to talk. He kept on stopping him and stuff. So I just thought maybe you don't like what he's saying, his opinion or something. But I missed the beginning or whatever started things between two of you. So I think it's my mistake. I should have at least trying to understand what was going on between you two. What I just saw was he's trying to talk and you almost like just didn't want him to say what he's saying. So I just came in and said, Dupsy, I said, oh, just let people express their view. If you don't like it, so my fault. But to you assume that I saw the whole thing. I witnessed the whole argument. I don't know how it started. Even later, he said he called his mom something. I'm like, wow, I didn't hear that. I couldn't even believe it. Like, wow, you would say anything like that. So that's
Like
why I'm
he
like,
went to
wow.
the
So
comment section and started abusing me there in the comment section.
yeah, exactly. So I mean, I don't know so that's what I'm trying to say. I missed exactly how it started or what happened. I just came in like right towards the end. As I woke up is when I saw this. I just came in, and I can say that the part of the argument I saw was like the last 1 minute of it. I just came in and saw two of it. Like he's trying to talk, and he kept on trying to stop him, but I didn't know it was because something had happened earlier. I just thought someone is trying to talk and he just don't like his view. So that's why I came in like, do you see, if you're hosting, I'll let the guy just express his view. But not because I was trying to get in between what's going on between you two or taking side. So I apologize. No, maybe next time I should
Okay,
just
Mike, you're my
not jump
person.
in.
Next time, just ask what was going on.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe that's what I should have done. But I didn't know. So sorry, my fault. I didn't take side at all.
Yeah, Mike, that's
I just
fine.
trying to
You're
make the show flow. That's
my
all. Trying to
person.
help
Yeah,
assist.
you're my person. You do that always, and we appreciate you. Thanks so much. Let's hear from Adewale before we close.
So, good morning, everybody. I think this is the first time I've been listening to the show, but this is the first time I will make comments. Can everybody hear me?
Yeah, perfectly. We can hear you. Yeah.
Awesome. You're doing a good job, Madam Dosi. You're doing awesome job.
Thank
Speaking
you.
to the topic that you brought forward today, I'm gonna be a little bit. People are not gonna like what I'm going to say. And I'm not going to be on the side of women today. I've always, I love women, but I'm not going to be on the side of women today.
Please, sir,
Most,
before you continue, can I ask a question, please? Please,
yeah.
sir. That what you have on your the represent you. What I mean, what does that image represent?
That was when his wife beat him up. His Nigerian wife came to America and beat him up.
That's one is on the political side. No, it has nothing to do with this show.
Okay,
Now
sir.
the
Thank you.
beating they beat am na LP.
Mama
I never let
Gita, Mama
her
And
LP.
I'm Rosie. We are both living in we both lives in
Mama
H Town.
Gita na
So
LP
and
Na
I put it
LP.
in the comment section that I'm coming to your house to eat turkey for Thanksgiving. So don't be surprised to see me at your doorstep, Madam Rosie. So
no problem. You're always welcome.
thank you. You know, human being tends to change. And I've noticed that in a marriage, women tend to change the most. Have you ever wondered during courtship or dating or whatever process, everything goes smoothly, no fight, no argument. But the moment the marriage comes in and a decade after, the entire marriage started going south. Have you ever wondered? In a marriage that's been established that women is the one that tend to change the most. And what is it? To get unsatisfied after marriage? I don't know if this has to do with, what do you call it? Uh, uh, what is it? You usually use this word. It's not emotion, but it has to do with God help me. But
It's women
what a
power
man that
now.
Mood
no no
swing.
no.
Mood swing.
Yeah, the one that usually lead to mood swing, more like hormone changes and all that.
Yeah. It's
The
hormone
same
changes.
character, okay, the same character that enter into the marriage. The man stay consistent, right? But the woman expect more expect more. And I think it stems from the mistake that both of them made before entering into that marriage. Number one, people hardly ask questions during courtship. People hardly, because of fear of you don't want this person to run away. They had questions such as how many kids do you want to have? How much money do you want me to make? If there's a health challenges to the marriage, how would you be able to handle it? What is the value of this individual coming into marriage? But you see, life changes. The person that have today may not have tomorrow. And sometimes, I'm not saying all women, but sometimes, even men sometimes cannot handle it. And for those who actually traveling to Nigeria or travel back home to pick a wife, see, I will call it oligbe oligba. It is same mindset. If you look around your environment, because the world is going global, you want to retain your culture, but at the same time, you don't want to get married to the host country where you live at. Fine, that's your choice. But when you go home, who do you think you're going to attract? Somebody with, oh, this is a God sent husband from abroad? No, somebody who is already preparing ground to say, okay, if any man showed up from abroad today, I am ready, I am willing. But you see, I'm not saying everyone back home is bad, but when you're also bringing people to where you live at, we're talking about clashes of culture. And you see, and I've noticed African people tend to change their cultural orientation to the host country, most likely. Yes, when you live in a room, you behave like Romani, but at the same time, you also have to retain what makes you the identity for who you are as an African. African culture is patriarchal is a patriarchal system, right? Yes, you may not like the system and the culture where you are coming from, but there's a way you can couples now can uh, use both to their advantage. Things that you've not been doing in Nigeria, now you are now doing it abroad simply because the law permits you to do that. Now, if a man is not abusing you emotionally, physically, but providing for you and be present, that is the key word, be present in that marriage, and yet you are not satisfied now, and you still wanted more, then there is a problem. That means the selfishness of both. I'm not trying to castigate the woman now, but the selfishness of both now comes to play. And if a man goes to Nigeria to pick a woman simply because of the economic advantage that is she is bringing to the table, for example, being a nurse and all that, that means the man has a greedy mindset. So also is the woman that is willingly stepping into marriage, knowing fully well that this is what this man wanted me for. So when a woman comes from abroad, I mean, come from his native or her native country, but then tends to change to the foreign culture simply because that is what you know. I don't. African culture is still acceptable in America. It's just that you can't have multiple wives, okay? But you see, we have a culture that is okay. I've seen family in America that are doing what I witnessed. The moment they start having kids, their marriage started going south because those children now replace the position of the husband, which shouldn't be in the first place. And at the end of the day, things are happening. They're calling police on each other, which is
These are
which is this, which is no, which is more like an abomination in Nigeria. Hardly you see, except if the man is abusing you physically and emotionally. Because emotional one is the one that is hard to have evidence. But
Okay,
when it
Diwali,
comes to physical abuse, people can say.
Diwali, can you take this? Can we take a practical example? Let me paint a quick scenario. A woman nurse does 2 shifts. They have 3 kids. The man the man works in UPS. So the woman essentially earns like double the guy's pay. They have 2 car notes. They have a mortgage. The poor one pays more. The woman pays the 2 notes. And at the same time, the man is demanding that she prepares this special legusi soup that he insists on eating every time. But the woman practically has no time. She's pulling her weight. She's pulling more than her weight. And then there's a conflict. So what takes precedence? The African culture or the practical situation of living abroad?
Mm. Thank you, Kulata. That's what I said earlier. That is Olegbe Olegba. Except you are not a human being. You expect somebody who has been busting behind all day to start doing things that you yourself could as well do. I don't see the reason why we cannot match both cultures together as long as able to promote family value.
Can
You
I,
see, it will be
Adewale,
wrong for the man.
Adewale?
Yeah, let me just land at this
Okay.
like I said angle. It will be wrong of a man to make such demand, knowing fully well that your partner, your wife, is pulling our weight even more than you do, and expect her to still do some of this. I don't, like you said earlier, I don't see reason why the man cannot wash a plate in the house. I don't see reason why in abroad. Even back home, people do. My brother's just all right, but I don't see reason why we cannot match both culture to promote family value. It will be wrong of that man to expect that woman to be kneeling down, bringing home his shower, doing such things that he could easily do as a human being, not just husband. You know, expecting that same woman that has been sweating like him all day. Go ahead, Madam Sita.
I actually wanted to answer Kulata's question. The question she asked you, he asked you, is not a scenario as long as I'm concerned. Time. When you talk about time, time doesn't create us, we create time. That is one thing I do not take from anybody. I don't have time. No way. I don't take that. It's a no-no for me. We create the time. That being said, let me say this. Otherwise, you said you can mash the two cultures together. When you mash two cultures together, they're actually going to be a clash. There should be a clash. And that's what I'm talking about. A woman who is busy, that's why I keep saying, what do you want in a marriage? A woman who is very busy, that knows that her husband like a particular kind of a wussy soup. Now, let me say this, that he liked that a wussy soup might not be that he liked that a wussy soup. It might actually be that he likes it the way you cook it as a wife. Because women have a way they prepare some things. I have seen people say it. I've seen my husband say it. I don't like the way my sister do this. I prefer my wife's own. The taste. Yes, it's the same ingredients, but somehow some people have wonderful hands. And you are saying, can't the man go to the kitchen and prepare the egusi soup himself? That is not the issue. The issue is not preparing the egusi soup. We have to bring this thing down to the root of it. The issue might be when this woman prepared this soup for me, there's a particular way it tastes. I don't know how she makes it. How I wish she can just make it for me. I am longing to have it.
Madam Zita, please, can I ask you a question?
Let me finish before I lose my thought. I said, we create time. Actually, I know she's not a robot. Even robot do pause. Even robot, there is a stop button. She can create time. Thank God we are in the Western culture where they have 24 hours of power supply. I want to make my husband happy. He likes this egusi soup the way I make it. One day I go out of my way, make it in a big quantity, share it in small plates, put it in the freezer for him. That's why I said, when you are going to that interwoven culture, please remember you must find something in the middle. Whereby you cannot find something in the middle, you are gambling with your marriage. Now, Madam Rosie, ask your question.
Yes, ma'am. Well, like you are saying that we have to create time, right? Time don't create us. But what do you expect a woman that she's gone all day to work. She came back, she said, maybe she's a nurse. She's standing, bedside nursing, standing up, running back and forth. All her feet is hurting. She comes home, meets the man at home. The man is sitting down with his stomach open, watching TV. We're expecting the woman to come and fix dinner, come and make the fufu and bring the soup. Is that fair on the woman?
But
because there are some men, even if you make the frozen soup, they tell you they don't want frozen soup. They want freshly made soup. You don't freeze it. They want it. Maybe you make the soup every
that
three
is
days. They
why
don't
I
want frozen
said,
food.
who
So
are
that's not
you?
fair on the woman.
Wait, that is why I said, who are you when I made my statement, I said, who are you? Number one, what do you want in a marriage? If you are dating a man who you know that doesn't like food from the fridge, it must be freshly prepared, and you know you are not ready for that, why marry him? Just like me, according to what somebody is trying to hit me, he said, you walked away in a relationship, wasn't my marriage anyway, because the person stuffing sweaty shirt inside the wardrobe, and when you open the wardrobe, the thing oozes into your nose. Who are you? What do you want? Do you want a situation whereby you will marry that man that doesn't like food from the fridge, and every day you quarrel with him? It becomes a case, a situation at home. Is that what you want in marriage? Then at the end of the day, you fall out, you divorce, you abandon your children are littered everywhere, you took your children, you run off, blah, 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 blah. Is that what you want? So why don't you walk out in the relationship instead of the marriage?
But Madam Zita, if
That's
you're
why
a
I said
full-time housewife,
wisdom.
if you're a full-time housewife, you are not
No,
bringing any income.
wisdom.
You can
When
do
you're
that if
dating
the
a
man wants
man and you bring out food from the
Madam Zita, if the
refrigerator,
man
and he
wants you
say,
to come,
I don't like food from the refrigerator. For you,
Madam
if
Zita,
you
but
don't like fresh,
if you are a full-time housewife, you are not bringing any income. If the man wants you to make Isewu every day for him, you have time to make Isewu for him. Whatever
Madam
he
Rose, you
wants
are
to
not
eat,
getting
you
my
have
point.
time.
You are not getting my point.
But when you are
Please,
working your ass off,
can we stop
and the
this
man wants
time
Isewu every day,
something? Madam Rose, you are not getting my point. I told you from the one when I took over to interject at Dewale, I told you that as long as I am concerned as a human being, nobody should give me that shit of I don't have time. It's a no-no for me. We make the time. The time doesn't make us. Do your schedule. That's why I said there must be something in the middle. Do your schedule. But in relation before marriage, please pick what you know you can. I beg, because there are a lot of scattered and haggard marriages all over the world now. Can you just take what you can tolerate? Must you marry somebody because you want to marry? And then every day you wake up in the morning, from morning to it got to a point you people will have face up for 1 month, not talking to each other. I mean, I don't get it. So why this argument? I went to work, I came back from work, I come. If you know you can, don't go in. That's my point. But it's good everybody finds something in the middle. What do you want in a marriage? You want to gamble a marriage? You want a contract? You want to answer a name? You want the wealth and the riches? Or you want companionship and spiritualism and partnership? What marriage is all about. It's all in your hands. So this bullshit of somebody who went to work a whole day, work a whole month, cannot have rest, is a robot. How dare you tell her to? It's a no-no to me. Time do not create us. We create time. We make those time. Thank you.
Diwali. Where's Diwali? Oh, he dropped.
Hello. So, is there anybody that wants to talk again? Who is there? Mike, have you? Okay. Okay. Mike, go ahead.
Madam Zita has a lot of wisdom. I think she needs to be
Can you
mentoring
guys hear me now?
all these young ladies, younger
Can you
women.
guys hear me?
This is what. Yeah, we can hear you, but let me line real quick. See, me, we that practice tradition, we don't deal with these problems you guys deal with. You understand? And we do our own. This thing is very ancient, you know. First of all, before we marry somebody, we sit down and do divination about it. And oftentimes, the oracle will say, no, you two have no business being together. And when
Brother Mike, if I might interject, this oracle definition. Why did our Baba not go do oracle definition before he married that girl that divorced him on the internet? Is that not the
Which
head of?
Baba? Which Baba?
I don't want to mention his name just to respect the Baba that the wife divorced him on the internet. Did he not do oracle
Oni,
definition? That one.
Oni
Don't
of
mention
Ife.
him. Is that not the head of the
No,
Orisha?
no. What he's doing?
Uh-huh.
On he's the Christian first of all. No. He's a
Man, is
Christian.
from the head of Yoruba Orisha. So all this your oracle
Unfortunately, who they are crowning king in Yoruba land. He's a Christian. He doesn't practice our tradition. Just like the Olu of Iwo, that's even telling us to go and put this thing in his shrine. It's all bad too. In Yoruba land, we don't. Yeah, go ahead.
Let me just round up. I heard Madam Sita. I think we are saying the same thing. Um, you know, two cultures can be mashed together. You just have to establish right from onset. You see, what you can't eat, you don't smell it. You don't smell it. Something that you've been doing before, and you're now changing while you're in the marriage. That would be no. If something that, and that is why I said that people don't ask questions right from the beginning. If you ask question, this woman noticed this is what you like, and when you get to the marriage, there's likelihood that the woman will change because something that she has been, managing before, and you get to a point where you'll not be able to manage it. My advice to men is this: if you know you are going to take a stand, a very rigid stand that you know you would not deviate from, please do not get married. Do not get married because it's going to bring conflict into that union. You will hate yourself for it, and you don't want a situation where you will bring in kids into a disjointed family that you yourself not going to be able to manage. Do not, because if at the end of the day you get married, the woman is changing, and you yourself also you are changing, and you cannot compromise and agree, then do not get married in the first place, except you are willing and ready to compromise. That is my advice. And for those women that kill their husband, I will say this for somebody who also knows a little bit about domestic violence. Sometimes family members don't usually get involved because this is our African thing. The European or American lifestyle, people nobody get into anybody's business. That is why people will die before people realize that they are going through a lot in their marriage or in their union. African culture is not like that. At least a brother or a sister will notice that some changes, even if it is physical changes or emotional changes. Someone will notice. But you see, it is very convenient for Nigerian or African people to reject their own culture simply because they see it as an archaic that is not doesn't comply with the modern time. Yes, but you see, your neighbors can see you every now and then. That is one beautiful thing about our culture. But at the end of the day, when something is going on, people tend to keep to themselves because of this, adoption of this foreign culture. You see, most of those women that are in prison, I don't know if the statistic is right, that they're actually there because they, exterminate their husband one way or the other. It's because people don't pay attention to it. I'm not saying some of them are actually committed a crime or sometimes implication of what they did or one way or the other. But what I'm saying is that for them to have gone to the point of the law have applied that they actually killed their husband means they must have been going through some things. But one thing is that if somebody sees something, say something. But if you know, and most of the time when people get so grounded in a domestic violence, because sometimes it's their kid or the fear of, okay, what I've gotten it before, how would I be able to stand on my 2 feet? If you know that is what you are experiencing or you are going through, work the heck out of that marriage. It's as simple. But because of our culture too, frown upon divorce, people will not want to do that. You see, that is why I said two cultures can match together because there's beauty in both. But at the same time, you take the one that fits your marriage or that fits your union. If it doesn't fit your union, discard it. And if you know you cannot manage it, work the heck out. And if you know you are not cut out for marriage, stay single and enjoy your life and drink your wine. Thank you.
All right, sure. Anyway, like I was saying,
Mike, so do you want to just say whatever you want to say now because I want to close the show?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to wrap it.
Yeah.
I don't even know why people have so much hatred for those of our people that practice tradition, and sometimes when they want to counter you, they usually come from a place of ignorance and what is that one? I saw this Hollywood movie. What is all this? If you've never practiced our tradition, then you shouldn't be talking about it. You shouldn't be giving opinions because you know nothing about it. That's just one thing. I'm trying to tell you my own lifestyle, and you are here telling me what about this? This, and they discarding it as if you practice my tradition before. Anyway, in our tradition, I practice before I pick a wife. I ask Oracle. Oracle tell me, that one, only that one, hey, you will end up like this. That one, the Oracle tell me, and the one the Oracle chose. I'm happy. I've never had this problem. But I've never had marital issue with my wife, the woman I'm with. We're just happy because everything Oracle said about her is exactly what I'm experiencing. So the Oracle tell us everything, and within our marriage, before something even happen, fight or drama or anything, the Oracle don't tell us. Watch your behavior, watch this, watch out for this. And another thing people don't understand, Dupsy, surely, one thing that happened in Africa, let me tell you.
Mike,
Surely,
I don't want to argue with you today at all. So just keep on talking.
I'm telling you, another factor that break up homes. Surely, I want to talk on what only ranch, only go down. You really, sure understand?
Mike,
I'm serious.
now.
I'm telling you the truth. Most of when this is raw. I'm just telling you, this is raw truth. I'm telling you. And
Mike, you want us to open another chapter?
No.
Ask you a question. That's Oni of Ife. Didn't the oracle, say anything to him before he got married to the first or second?
Maybe you should go and ask him now.
Hey,
maybe you should go and ask him.
Custodian of the Ifa of Yoruba culture.
Call Oni of Ife and ask him that, hey, did the oracle tell you? And another, there are two songs of
another argument.
No, go argue me. I don't understand. I'm just giving my own submission. You didn't argue with everybody else and they give their own submission. I'm giving my own. Let me.
No, I'm not arguing with you. I'm not.
So let me give my own little submission. Okay, everybody. Why is it that I'm the only one that everybody got? Everybody gave their submission from their own. Listen. Everybody gave their submission from their own lifestyle. But I'm giving my own submission for my own lifestyle, and you guys have a problem with it.
No, we don't. Please, we respect your,
everybody came from their lifestyle. What you understand? What your perspective, your whatever you come from. So you give your own lifestyle. People listen, and I'm giving you my own from my own lifestyle. I'm not talking from Oni's lifestyle or someone else's lifestyle. I'm just telling you my own lifestyle. This is where it worked for me. I'm telling you, and you guys are trying to jump on me as if I'm saying something. What's going on here? I'm just telling my own lifestyle. I'm not telling somebody. Maybe someone else that understand my lifestyle, know what I'm talking about, or someone out there may trying to curious and know what I'm talking about. But
Mike,
if my lifestyle doesn't fit your own, close your ears now.
Mike, can I ask you a question, please? Hello. You mean in the traditional Yoruba society, after Ifa has chosen a woman, divorce don't take place at all. It's forever and ever.
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. What happens often? A person is still a human. The oracle may give instruction and you choose to do something different. Like I even gave you an example, even in my marriage. Like sometimes I may be behaving something, and sometimes the oracle will tell me, that thing you are doing.
Daily.
No, we do something. That's why you should understand it. Our tradition. We do something called Ose, which is every 4 days. We do Ose, and whenever there's a problem, the oracle will give you a sign that there's a problem. You see that even if your behavior you are, Tobaso will tell you what, and then the oracle will give you a sign like, okay, there's something he wants to discuss with you, and then you go and consult, and the oracle often will tell you that in your marriage, the way you are treating your wife, or if your wife is doing shino, the oracle will tell you your wife is doing shino. If your husband is doing shino, the oracle will tell the woman your husband is doing shino. So the oracle will snitch. You understand? Or if you are treating each other bad, the oracle will tell you. So the oracle fixes.
What we're going to do is that we're going to make this your religion a topic. Maybe next week. You should let me know whenever you're ready. because I have a lot of objection to your religion. So whenever you're ready to
Yeah, because Mike is
Mike,
making
you need
this
to
shit
know.
like easy ultimate. Mike is making it feel like easy ultimate. There is no
I'm
issue.
not
Once
saying
you
anything is the ultimate too. I'm just telling, I'm
yeah,
expressing my lifestyle. Yeah,
Mike,
yeah. I don't know what.
Mike, Mike,
Can I
Mike,
ask a
you're not
question?
behaving like the Christians. Ìgbéraga-pọ̀ fáwọn
If you
Christians.
got for you,
Ìgbéraga-pọ̀. You're not
Mike
behaving like that.
no,
Can
no,
I ask
Ìgbéraga Mike, what
any?
is the
Can I
Christians
ask
law?
people on the platform a question?
Ìgbéraga pọ̀ ju ti lọ, Rosie.
Eh?
Okay, yeah,
Correct.
go
So
ahead.
do
Go
see
ahead.
me.
I want
Yeah.
to ask a question to everybody in that platform. How do you feel when, sometimes it's easy for us to say all these things? I am busy. I have worked a long time. I'm so tired.
I still have floor now, madam.
Let me finish.
Madam,
Just
I have
a
floor
question.
for 1 hour. I mean, it's not from my own floor. You guys already.
Just a question. How do you feel?
Is it a question for me?
No, general question for everybody.
But I have floor now.
How do
Now
you
she wants to close the show. I mean, I'm trying to. Okay,
No.
go ahead. Go ahead.
when a loved one tells you they don't have time for you, how do you feel? Whether you are a woman or a man, you want a loved one's attention, and he says, I'm busy, I don't have time. That love is wandering away. Ask
I think
yourself a
Mike
question.
should answer
How would
this
I
question.
feel?
Maybe
Tell me it doesn't
That is common to the women, though. That is very common to the women.
this is where me I will take that one. This is where me I will take that one. In this life, surely, yeah, you're about in your son. In this life, you can't depend your depend your happiness on another human being, whether it's husband or anyone. You have to
Really
understand in
depend
this
on another
life.
person.
Yeah.
Not the question I'm asking. It's not
Mike, what you
depending.
are
No,
saying is
no,
that
I'm,
your
I'm, I'm
happiness
trying to
is
answer something. The fact of the matter is this: you can't rely that you are going into marriage or going into friendship or relationship or anything and depend that you have this thing is your it's a right or something. It's someone is obligated to always give you this thing or that thing or this. You always uh, have to have time. The person always have to have time. The person always have to pleasure you. You always have to please you. The person you got to establish that this is not something that's a right. It may come a time where this thing may not be there. Can I live my life without it? It may come a time where this woman or this man may not give me this same thing that I expect. Will I be able to live with it? You have to understand that you are not obligated to always have everything you want from somebody. Once you establish that within yourself, when that moment comes, you're not going to be too shocked or be bad and bitter or pain about it because it's something you have to expect. In life, they say, hope for the good, but expect the worst. So even break up, divorce, all those things, you have to establish that it is possible. The possibility is there. The probability is there. All these things in life, you have to understand that you came to this world alone. What's most important is you, how you treat yourself, how you walk your life. Every other thing is just the thing of this world. You are just a spirit being having a human experience. Anything can come. So be prepared for it. And when it
Mike, you're
comes,
talking like a Christian now. You're talking like a Christian now. That
no,
it
no, I'm
shouldn't
speaking actually, I'm
be
speaking tradition. Tradition tells you, let me tell you what tradition say. You
it
came to
shouldn't
this
depend
world to
on
fulfill a destiny, and
yeah.
the oracle can guide you through your destiny. That's what it is. The oracle guide you through your destiny. You came to this world to fulfill to fulfill a destiny, and the oracle guide you through your destiny. So anything along the way, you need to work with the oracle to assist you. Like, okay, this thing along your way in life, it's not good for you. This is bad for you. This is bad for you. This is this for you. That. So we work with the oracle to assist us to have a vital life. You understand? Good life. That's why I gave you. We don't do anything without even the job. If I accept the job, I have to ask the oracle. He would tell me, "Oh, Isha, no, it's not for you. This is for you." And there's no job that the oracle asked me to take that I didn't enjoy myself. Even business I'm doing, I enjoy doing it. The ones that I've had some people that come to me where to be my own brother. You say, guy, oracle say don't do that job. You go take the job. At the end of the day, we'll be frustrated. My sister, she wants to do nursing. It's not for her. She was the frustrated no. Now she's no longer doing nursing. She's doing real estate. I mean, you won't share or no any that stuff doesn't match your destiny. But no, all the women are doing nothing. Me too, I'm going to do nothing. People, yeah, there are things in life you do that wasn't meant for you. There are people you marry or get into, they were never meant for you. No, even they don't, it's not their behavior or anything that's causing your unhappiness. You were never meant to be together. You were never meant to be together.
Mike,
It's not your
let's
mind.
bring this topic on next week. Oh, let me start going. I have loads of things to
Yes,
do.
so Dupsy baby, I
Let's bring
concur
it
with
on.
you.
Yeah,
I
let me
agree with
bring it.
you.
Yeah, Rosie and Mike. They will be my co-host for next week. So Kristen,
Wonderful.
Rosie will be representing the Christian people, and Mike will be representing the traditionalists. So it's gonna be an interesting one because you only by Mike argue, Mike lagidi. Gbogbo nǹkan tó sọ yẹn mi agree
Ah,
pẹ̀lú ẹ̀, but
Agidi,
Mike
Agidi
lagidi wọ́n
veteran.
láì ti pọ̀ jù.
Agidi veteran.
Madam Susan has the entire panel question. Mike took
Yes.
the
Okay, you want
entire
to
10,
answer?
20
Okay.
minutes.
Okay, I didn't want to
I
go ahead.
mean, it's just, it's both ways for men and the women. But what I, the pattern
Sorry,
that I,
they will make that comment, and then because Dupsy only really committed to 2 hours, and it's going on 3 hours now, and I know she's been trying to shut it down for a while. So make that comment, and then Dupsy starts to round up.
okay, like I said, it's both women, men and women. But what I notice most is that when the equation of kids come into the marriage, it changed the dynamic, and most likely the woman will not have enough time to devote to that man, and the man doesn't see it from that perspective. So that brings more demand of attention seeking from the partner, and when it's not forthcoming, there will be clashes, there will be disagreement, argument to the point that it will even degenerates to starving of sex. So and it could slow boy into a lot bigger stuff. So attention is good, but when kids comes in, that changes the dynamic completely.
Thank you so much. I think I'm muted again. Okay. Thanks so much. I really appreciate each and every one of you today. I want to say thank you to the people that gave us super chats. One man, if you can bring it one after the other. Okay, Chioma. Oh, I love Dupsy, baby. I love you right back, Chioma. So you should be my co-host. One man has suggested that. So you should think about it, Chioma. Thanks so much for your love. I appreciate you so much, my darling. God bless you. Ayo, my brother Amiolowo. Thank you so much for supporting always. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Olatubosun Oshuleti. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks so much. Nigerian Prince, thanks so much. Shout out Queen Dupsy. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Nigerian Prince, for coming to support. Loye State, thank you so much, sir, for always coming to support Dupsy, baby. Thank you so much, sir. God bless you. Prince Daddy. How come Prince Daddy doesn't come up? Now, wow, you know I love your voice. Prince Daddy, please try and make it next week. I'll be expecting you in the studio. Mr. Alexandra Gomez, thank you so much, sir, the chairman of the platform. Eshe Goni, sir. Thank you so much for supporting. Thank you so much for coming. Guys, so please, one thing I want to ask you that I want to filter the people that comes into the studio. I don't have the patience for some people. So it would be better that I have the control of the people I bring on. Mike too doesn't have patience, but me and Mike, we understand each other. So I love Mike. I appreciate Mike. I want Mike to come on every day. But it's not everybody that I can tolerate as the way I would tolerate Mike. Do you understand? Because Mike is my brother. No matter what he says, there's no problem. So, woman, I want you to give me the go ahead to be able to filter the people I want. Some people are not here to discuss with me. They are here to tackle me, and I don't have that time. I'm here to hear my view, to just have fun with people like Zita, Princess Rosie, Chioma, those like-minded people. Those are the people I want to. Sometimes we won't be on the same side. We argue it out, just like me and Baba Jale Koko. We are not always on the same side, but we argue it out. We have fun. I don't want somebody that is toxic that will be abusing me in the comments. I don't have that patient. I will abuse you back. I'm not one man. One woman is an Englishman. Me, I'm a proper Yoruba man. If you, Yoruba woman, if you abuse me, I will abuse you right back. Yeah. If you abuse me, Mike, I will abuse you right back. I don't have that chill. So please, I want to filter the people that will be coming in. You people can join one man. Of course, you join him every day, but this is just once a week. So please, if you don't have my patience, I won't have your patience anymore. Two, it's only Mike. I've told you now, it's only Mike. We understand each other. It's only Mike that I can tolerate. So please, I love people like Kulata. Kulata, you know you're my man. So Kulata or Adewale, all those gentlemen, yes, they are welcome. But if you know your blood is hot like mine, we won't be able to communicate. So please don't bother to come. Just listen in the background. So that's it. I love you guys. I appreciate this. This is a beautiful session. We all learned something. Thank you so much all for coming. I love you and I appreciate you all. God bless you. See you next Sunday. Woman, you're the best.